And welcome to Daytona International Speedway here for the Racers Elite third annual JGT Memorial Daytona 500 here. Drivers earlier did last chance qualifying at, I believe, at 11 and 1 o'clock. So field is set. They're qualifying for their position on track. I won't be talking as much tonight. That will be Dakota and Russell here. But these guys, again, they're wrapping up the qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying, so they're a little bit or they're close to halfway through it, but I will hand it over. I will still jump in every now and then. I just won't be talking as much, just trying to pan through the field here. The floor is yours, guys.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. As we said, it's getting ready to be 7 o'clock, and we're about to do a full length Daytona 500 race here. Two heat races and a last chance qualifier, and we finally have our final 40 drivers for this evening. And Russ, after the first few races, what are you expecting today?
Well, man, it's definitely a long race. I mean, we saw some pretty respectful racing through the heats and the last chance qualifier. The end of the last chance qualifier got a little bit crazy, but for the most part, those three races were pretty respectful and calm. But I'm kind of expecting the same thing here. It's like you said, a full 200 lap event here tonight, so it's a long race, plenty of time. I'm expecting most of this thing to be cool, calm, and collective, and I'm sure we'll see the intensity pick up as the race gets closer to the end. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I got a feeling with the prize pool on the line, I believe the top five drivers are making money tonight. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting here. As we got a couple different teams. I believe some of Mars. We got PGR, I think it is, and Racers Elite, obviously. And I could try to think of the other one here.
Dega
I can't.
Pros, I think, is in the
They
house.
Yeah, we got Data Pros, a few other teams. Regardless, we got some very, very good super speedway racers today. A lot of people that are used to running events like this, and a couple of regulars that you see here typically on Racers Elite. And we're still under qualifying. I believe about 4 minutes left to go here, and currently on the pole we have Joshua, that I believe was the one we got told to watch out for because he is very fast, but not as necessarily patient as his uncle and
Cousin.
the
Yep.
rest cousin, his uncle and cousin, the rest of his family there, as they're all qualified in for this race today as they finished 1, 2, 3, and I believe he hit one.
Yeah, I was say I think Josh was the winner of Heat Race One. All three of them were the top three. I think Josh, and then his uncle and or his dad and cousin or uncle and cousin, something like that. All three family members finished top three of that first heat there. So
Yeah, I
definitely going to be
believe
guys to keep an eye
Christopher,
on there.
Josh, and I'm trying to think of the third one. There it is, Kenneth. There we go. But the other two have yet to qualify, so we'll have to see if they're able to get up there with Joshua. But Terry Fennell taking over second place at the moment. We got Chase, Mistretta in third, Ryan Ward fourth, and Blake Cannon just getting over to fifth place in that 44 machine. It looks like we're on board with Jonathan Stidham, who's qualifying attempts to put him 14th at the moment.
Yes, I just kind of going through this field here, and you know, we're uh, we're Racers Elite family here, and it's good to see so many drivers from the Racers Elite family making their way into or being able to qualify their way in here to this main event. See how they're able to fare against some of these guys who run these money type races on a regular basis.
Yeah, and a couple of these guys, having to do two, not one, but two 60 lap races to make it in today with the last chance qualifier in the heat. Involved in a few incidents. Timothy Osborne involved in some incidents. Leave Cody Benelli having a rough run in his heat race and last chance qualifier, able to squeak in. Uh,
Let's say Kirby Wainscott, he had
yeah,
a
Kirby
really
Wainscott
eventful
as
last
well.
chance qualifier there. Caught up
And
in like two wrecks and a couple of wall slaps and still brought it home in P5. So
And that 69 machine of Charlie, I believe, who ended up winning the LCQ, or almost winning the LCQ, but had a pretty rough go over to himself there, and he won and was able to recover and pretty dominant, during the last chance qualifier. So looking for him to make his way up towards the front as well. there's so many names here we could go over, but there's really no point. Everyone in here is high quality drivers, and I'm expecting some good side by side, even three wide action here. So, but once the aggression does go up, it is going to be a very rough run of it for these drivers.
Yeah, 100%. Like we mentioned, there's definitely a good chunk of money on the line. If I'm not mistaken, here we've got. Let me see.
I
Winner
think
of this
first place
race
gets
is gonna.
500.
Well, that would have been on 80 entries. We had 60 entries, so the winner of this race is going to bring home $375. Second place at 225. Third at 100, or third, fourth, and fifth are going to bring home 112.50. And there's also going to be a random drawing for a $75 giveaway to one of the lucky drivers here that doesn't cash from the top five.
Yeah, and the way that works is anyone that doesn't get a prize pull, so basically from what is it, fifth back, gets
Yeah,
thrown on
six
a
on back.
wheel.
Yep,
Their number gets thrown on a wheel, and if the wheel lands on their number, they get the prize here. So it could be anyone. You could finish dead last and still get a prize. I mean,
absolutely, absolutely. You get a prize, and you get a prize, and you get a prize.
Andrew right here trying to sound like Oprah, and I do want to point out Andrew Teft, who did not qualify in the last time, actually making his way into this race this time, so he's actually going to be able to race the feature. And I was talking to him a little bit earlier, and he's pretty happy that he was able to actually make it to the feature. So I got a feeling he's going to be trying to keep his nose clean and work his way up towards the front as well.
Yes, sir. I mean, I know the last event that he held. I'm not sure what it was that we called. Well, I don't think it wasn't the Daytona. It might have been. No, it wasn't Daytona. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, he was unable to qualify in. He got wrecked out in the last chance qualifier. I mean, he had a rough go of it, but able to make it in through his heat race here today, and able to save himself a little bit of energy by not having to run that last chance qualifier.
Yeah, but I believe the drivers are gritting up now as qualifying is officially over, so it does look like James Waring in that 113 machine going to be able to get the pole.
So for the qualifying order, it looks like James Waring first, Kenneth Pollock second, third, Charlie Morgan fourth, Richard Elliott. Somebody texted me. Uh, fifth, Joshua McCullough sixth, Aubrey Thompson seventh, Terry Fennell eighth, Chase. I need to look at the other screen. Mystery or Mistretta, I probably said that wrong. Ninth, Ryan Warp 10th, Blake Cannon 11th, Austin Smith 12th, Justin uh, Melchar 13th, Corey Crowell 14th, Truth Hoke 15th, Hendricks Bromberg 16th, Alex Teff 17th, Dana Ryan 18th, Curry Wainscott 19th, Joe Bonner 20th, Kevin Haas, the two A's, I believe that's how you say it, 21st, Jonathan Stidham 22nd, Zach Ward 23rd, Cody Benelli 24th, Austin Norris 25th is, let me get that scoreboard down here a little bit more. 25th was Kane Van Mark, 26th, Jack Kelly 27th, Dwayne Drummond 28th, Danny Jackson 29th, Lee Campbell 30th, Dave Nall 31st, Joshua Norton 32nd, John Dunaway 34th, Christopher McCall 35th, Robert Mitchell 36th, Patrick Maletti 37th, Hensley Smith 38th, Timothy Eisbrand 39th is Steve Castle, and 40th is DJ Kenner, bringing up the rear. So that is the whole qualifying order there of these guys. That was a long run through. I'll give them all a paint refresh before they get on track. I need them all to grid though, because we're waiting on one person to grid.
Yeah, and hopefully, that number one machine is happy that we're finally saying his name correctly here as Steve Castle instead of Steve Cassell, because he was getting a little upset about that. It looks like the front is rolling off already here, but I think DJ Kenner yet to grid. at 200 laps. Got us pretty good weather. It's about 77 out. Slow amount of wind, about 2 mile an hour to the west. Track temp only about 86. So, and moderately high usage over practice, a 65% track usage. Not that it's going to matter. It's a super speedway, but I mean, should be relatively easy. Shouldn't be a lot of people getting loose unless we have some bad pushes here or anything.
Apologize for my silence here, boys. I'm just trying to go back to the Discord, trying to find a little bit of information that I cannot seem to find here.
God, I enjoyed it better when you were quiet. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You forgot I was even here, didn't you?
Yep, yes, I did. But it looks like we're getting ready to go green flag or racing. James Waring leading us through the green here. That outside line actually getting a relatively good start. So good looking for Kenneth to try to drop down behind James here. Not able to do so as it looks like that 69 machine to Charlie Morgan is going to get all over the back bumper of Kenneth here. We are side by side racing here at Daytona International Speedway. Yeah, bunch of wonderful paint schemes today. Nice shiny cars. It'd be great to see these things under the lights, to be honest. But first race of the season is always at a daytime race, so gotta follow suit. I got a feeling about the top 4 or 5 on the outside will try to get down to the bottom as we done seen 3 drop down, and then everyone's going to kind of spread out and relax as it's a very long race, and you're not going to win it on lap 1 here. Especially as we send in the heat races, a lot of these guys are relatively calm and take their time and try to make sure they're not causing any issues here. As I say that, we already got some cars switching lanes and trying to gain some position. And you could lose the draft, potentially go a lap down or anything. It really is going to depend on how clean these guys want to be and how long we're going to have a green flag run here. But, I mean, typically being in the back, you are right, especially in official lobbies, is the best place to be, as, you know, typically up front they're racing so hard they don't care, they're making dumb moves and they end up breaking. But we've really seen a lot of patience shown today, which is not typical for super speedways.
That's been one of the things that I've been kind of impressed with all day long is just the patience and awareness and courtesy that a lot of these guys have had, and looking like so far we're going to be seeing that in this race too. Like I said, long race, so lots of time for you can make friends or you can make enemies.
Looks like we got, you know, a little bit of a race up here for the lead. A couple people just switching spots, having a little bit of fun. Don't really seem like anyone's pushing too hard. They're just all up here enjoying themselves. It's pretty clean racing so far. But that 84 of Justin taking over the lead, being pushed by Chase in the 8 machine. And it looks like the 44 machine said, "Nah, I think I want to get back towards the front." As Justin hops up to block him. So they are being a little bit more racing than they were earlier, but still relatively clean. No one making super fast, bold moves yet. But as these laps wind down, as I said earlier, after the last chance qualifier, this is going to be a very action-packed race, and we're going to be seeing a lot of things happen very quickly.
Absolutely. One other thing I'm noticing too is they're just there's not even as aggressive of pushing as what we saw in in the heat races the last year's qualifiers. Guys are keeping some pretty decent gaps between each other. I mean, up front there on that high side, you see a little bit of a push draft, but for the most part, these guys are kind of laying off the bumpers early on.
Yeah, and then I will say this is the best the outside lane has looked, even like during the heats and all that. This is the longest it's stayed side by side like this. So doing a phenomenal job up there, even though they are pushing. Because I believe it might have been the 28 of Barry Nelson earlier. He was pushing real hard, but didn't seem like the people in front of him was comfortable with the pushes, and it was just causing that outside line to check up more, and it was helping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a little bit of movement up front. Thompson, McAuliffe, and Cannon looks like kind of shot down to the bottom line. They're shoving pretty hard early on. And we're only 6 laps into it. Those guys are nose to tail.
Yeah, as it looked like we had a little bit of a block as the 8 tried to come up. It looks like Blake Cannon decided he wanted to come up in front of him as well, and they're back side by side for the lead here. 44 has got a really good run being pushed by that 8 on the outside as they're coming through 1 and 2. It looks like they're going to have a little bit more help from Justin and that 84 machine. That's going to launch them to a really good momentum coming down the backstretch. 44 deciding if he wants to drop down or not. It seems like he's waiting for his teammates here. And there they go, 8 car under the 44. That was a pretty aggressive move this early into the race.
Yeah, it did not. It didn't sound like he was too wanting to be too patient here on the radio. I've been kind of listening to him a little bit and already kind of starting to get into a little bit of talks on the radio. So no surprise he's already made that move to the front.
But I mean, still being decently respectable. I mean, the gloves haven't come off yet.
Oh yeah, long way to go for that.
But I will say, if cautions do start rolling around and these drivers start getting a little aggravated, I think the gloves might come off a little early, and then it'll have to calm back down again. As typically does a super speedway race, especially when you get these long events like this. It's no different than running 400 laps at Charlotte. You start getting tired, you're getting grouchy, you're like, oh man, that dude's making another move.
You're sitting there after 2 hours, and you really gotta pee. And the cautions keep coming out. That's all you can think about is how bad you gotta pee. Yeah, it gets frustrating sometimes.
Or you could be like me and be at Dover on a full-length race and running decent, and then blow your tire with 20 laps to go, put it into the wall, then try to go in the pits and hit the pit barrels and decide you're done for the day.
There you go. Yep.
Because we have another really good charge from that outside line. It looks like 8's going to drop down. 44 opts to stay up there, as he seems like he really wants to be at the point right now.
I keep getting confused every time I take a look at that 44 car, because he's got the exact same number pattern as one of my teammates. I keep thinking he's the one that's out there, but I know that paint scheme is not his, so it kind of confuses me every time I look at that guy.
Yeah, and I need to try to get YouTube chat pulled up because we're typically very good about looking. So let me... Actually, give me 1 second.
We're starting to get 3 wide here back in the middle of the pack. Just a little bit there. You see Kensley Smith kind of stuck right there in the middle. The guy that said he needs to maybe start qualifying for these events, and decided to not qualify for this one, taking the charge from the back to the front.
We've already got some front end damage, it looks like, on that 84, just a tad. Kind of been hitting that 8 front end pretty hard. Just probably get him up there a little bit more. He just wants to get him further out there. I don't like how close these guys are, though. They are nose to tail shoving. I mean, it's super early. I feel like you can just lay off a lot more than what you're actually going at this moment.
Yeah, that's kind of what we saw throughout the heat races and the LCQ, is that the bumper to bumper pushing all the way around the track. That was the instances that kind of caused some of the cautions that we did have. But I mean, outside of the top, 6, 7 cars, they're keeping pretty good distances between themselves. It's just those top group of that top group of cars that's really trying to push each other hard. Man, that was a tight squeeze there for the 8 and the 84 getting down to the bottom.
Yeah, that top line now is kind of fading back a little bit. That bottom line's coming on a little bit stronger at the moment. So we'll just have to see that it balances out here soon. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, all day long we've seen that top side kind of struggle with gaining momentum on the bottom line, but you know, they would kind of separate and only have a few cars when they start getting the pack of cars back together, start doing a little bit of side drafting, and they work their way right back up to the front. But it's been one of the themes we've seen here all day long, is just that outside line not having the momentum to run up to the front of the pack. See up around that top side, you got the 44 of Blake Cannon and Truth Hogan, the 55, leading out there in front of Alex Teft and Kirby Wainscott. You guys are just trying to make something happen, but they're just spread too far apart right now to make anything happen on that top side.
You know, did the 55 change paint schemes? Does that not look slightly different to you, or am I just tripping?
No, he ran that same paint scheme in his heat race, Scott Lemmy.
Fair enough.
Everybody's going to the bottom. This is going to be a big train. Probably saving fuel here if I had to guess. I have a good feeling about this 44, though.
I was going to say, if I think the race settings are the same for the main here as it was for the heat and stuff. They were seeing about 40 laps out of a fuel run, so these guys have still got plenty of time on the fuel, but I have to check to make sure, but I believe that everything should still be the same fuel percentage-wise and everything throughout all of the heats in the last change qualifier and the main event.
This 44 is about to wreck somebody. He's moving around. He started dropping back quickly, but he's moving around a lot too. We're starting to see some like paint stuff on the front of these Fords, especially. Looks like they've been bumping pretty hard.
That 44 right to the back bumper there, that 69. Trying to push him forward, that 69 Charlie Morgan there. We've seen him, he had a strong run in his heat race and ended up getting into some trouble. Had to run that last chance qualifier, had a strong run there in the LCQ. Got himself a top 3 finish there. Now he's up there on that top side getting pushed by the 24. A strong run here early on in this 500 mile.
A lot of these guys going high line though. A lot. Still mainly bottom though. And pretty well organized also. There's not a lot of movement. Been pretty much nose to tail. Not a lot of snaking around the track kind of straight. Kind of stay in a straight line either.
Yeah, I think that's been a lot of the problem with that outside line, all throughout the day, why it hasn't had that much momentum, was just that constant snaking and kind of, slightly breaking the draft. They haven't been able to really build much momentum because of it. So we're seeing it again here right now. Again, that 44 car trying to stay as close to that back bumper to 69 as possible, but just not really making any headway.
Oh, Robert and Timothy Eisburn. I don't know if it doesn't look like that is planned. Got a really fast start, or somebody bobbled it. We weren't able to catch it there because they were way, way back.
I would say maybe they just know something that we don't. They don't want to be anywhere near this field.
That is a possibility. It's just like, hey, I don't really want to be up there. I've seen guys do that before. They just completely fail there. It's like, nope, I'm just gonna, let these guys go on, wreck themselves, and
out the front.
Literally, as soon as I say that,
I was saying the same thing happened to him now as what happened to him in the heat race. A bump gone bad, and down he goes.
where does it start? This is not the guy that I need to be looking at. It starts with, was that the 69 of Morgan?
69 and 44. Yep.
I said early too, this 44 is about to wreck somebody. What
Is
happened?
that? I think it was just a bump gone bad, just like it happened to him in his heat race. Yep.
And to a certain extent, it was a bump gone bad. It looks like the 44 just kind of slid around him, catches the 49, the 11. Someone else goes sliding up here. Morgan actually doesn't have a meatball flag. That's surprising. But were they given a fast repair for this race or no? Not sure.
Yep, they got a fast repair.
Well, I think Morgan's. Oh gosh, if you're Morgan here though, I mean front end smashed in. But here's the thing.
I think it's way too early to use it. Just come in and get as much damage as you can fix, and just try to get it fixed throughout the race. Save that fast repair for the end.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing is it didn't break a toe link. It looks like he's still driving relatively straight. This is gonna be that front end damage. He's gonna have to stay tucked in. He's not gonna be able to lead a pack. He's gonna have to stay behind somebody.
Yeah. Yep.
Pulling first caution for what? Race data. We are 19 laps in. It lasted a decent amount of time. Not like it was just an immediate caution.
Yeah, it's about how it was in the heats. I think the first heat we got
Right
40
around 20
laps.
laps.
Second heat we got about 20, and I think the LCQ we got about 20. But I'm expecting most of these drivers come in at least top off on fuel because they're about halfway out of fuel at the moment.
I'm interested to see what damage Morgan gets fixed if he doesn't take his fast repair, which I don't think he will. Most of those guys, I think we only have. The only person that got a meatball was Patrick. I think he's got a broken toe link. He's still going relatively straight, though.
Joshua coming off a pits got really loose as he was trying to beat everybody out there.
I think he missed her pits. Yeah, he 100% missed his pit. He's gonna have to go back around. What? Fix on Charlie. Did he? Oh, he used his fast repair.
Do me a favor, go rewind that to Joshua, who's currently in the lead, and go watch him coming off the pit road there. He was completely sideways.
Rewinded a pretty, not too much. I'll have to rewind it a lot.
I mean, he really got on that gas coming out of pits. He really wanted to be the first one out. He just hit right there.
Good
Just,
Lord.
I mean, trying to get around that 03 of Kenneth there as they had that 8 machine to chase. So he gave her the business.
I don't know if I would have been. I don't know if I would have been that aggressive.
Well, the good thing is I ain't gonna say tires matter a lot here. So
I was gonna say, they told us after that first heat race that Josh was a little bit more on the aggressive side than what the rest of them were. So it kind of shows his race off pit road right there.
Hey, they did say he'd be up front or he'd be up sixth. So he's definitely proving them right as he's been up here near the front almost the entire time, qualified up here and doing a heck of a job. Biggest mover so far, though, is going to be Kinsley Smith up 27 spots. Currently P10. We got Stephen Castle at P12 up 27 spots as well, but I think he's going to be going back down the pits. So we do got a couple people that didn't qualify already up here towards the top 10.
Yeah, like I said, I was going to call Kinsley out. Normally, he usually listens to our broadcast, but not sure if he's listening to it on this one. But yeah, the guy who in his interview says that maybe I need to start qualifying for these races because it's harder to drive through the field than what it looks. And didn't qualify again, and already back up front here running.
Yeah, Kinsley, that comment he made earlier. I told him, I was like, "Oh, you scared to drive from the back to the front again?" Well, I guess he took a literal because that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Now look at Kirby Wainscott, 9th place right now. I mean, I bet you he's happy he avoided that wreck. He had a heck of a time getting into this race today.
Man, Kirby's been through it today, man. He has been through it.
I will say that 69, I feel bad for him because I do believe Kirby did wreck him in the first heat, but he's been involved in a lot of incidents as well and had a pretty hard go of it here. So I'm hoping he's able to get back, make his way back up towards the front. Does look like he was able to stay on the lead lap, so I'm assuming he did get his damage fixed the old-fashioned way there.
Yeah, if he didn't get it all fixed, he'll be working on getting it fixed throughout the whole race here. Long way to go, plenty of time to get it done the old-fashioned way.
Oh yeah, he's still got plenty of time. If I had the choice, unless my motor's blown, I'm gonna try to stay that faster pair for the last 20, maybe even 10 laps here.
Well, he already popped this issue.
Oh.
Yeah, he came down twice. The second time he topped off. The first time he used it because he had way too much damage fixed.
Well, this is unfortunate for him there. But it looks like we're going back green flag racing. Joshua going to be leading us back to the green 05 machine after his wild ride on pits. And that inside lane getting a huge jump as that 03 is all over his back bumper of Kenneth. And these two teammates said they were going to work together pretty well. I'm pretty sure Richard was probably part of that as well here. And, you know, all three of them are doing a phenomenal job. The 8 car side drafting the absolute, like, side drafting the absolute door off of that 56 machine just a minute ago.
Yeah, well, as aggressive as the 8 has been throughout the day, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to maybe rub somebody the wrong way at some point, and they're going to have about enough of it. He has been one that he's been using that side draft quite strongly.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't feel like these cup cars, the side draft is as important as it is in like the trucks or something per se.
I'll say it's not what it used to be.
It does work.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not what it used to be. I know the side draft of these cup cars used to be really good. Then they did that update, and I think it kind of took a little bit of it away.
Alrighty, let's go take a look at YouTube chat here. We got Austin for the win. Everyone else might as well be on a scooter. That's an interesting one. I like that. 57 car on top, can't be stopped. We got a Let's Go Corey. Corey's going to lose. Let's go LNG Power Sport, number 22, 24, and 44. Man, I'm cranked up for tonight. This is going to be awesome. We got to keep it tight. All Cannon's fault there. It sounds like Trev in the booth, and Let's Go 43.
Actually looking, now you talk about that, I'm looking on YouTube. I just searched up Racers Elite. Looks like we got 3 guys that are streaming the race from their point of view. Dunaway is 1, Lee Campbell is 1, and who's the other person who's got one of them? It is, I don't know, who is this? So he's behind a pink car, behind the 01 on the bottom line. I'm going to find out who this is.
I was going to say, Jonathan Stidham said that he was going to be streaming as well today, so.
This is 01 Hello Kitty car.
Talk about the 14 of Danny Jackson.
Yeah, it's Stidham, that's who it is.
Oh, interesting.
42, yeah.
Yeah, Stidham's got
Charlie Morgan. I'll say Charlie Morgan in the 69 is also streaming his race, so anybody watching his stream would have got a POV view of that wreck he was in.
So I was gonna say the outside lane not pushing as hard there, but as we just seen coming off that exit, the 8 car got really loose as he got a push to the right rear, and he's coming down the side draft and really, really close. It looked like the 55 was uncomfortable with that, so 55 tried to go down to the apron a little bit, and that's going to slow up that outside lane a little bit if he keeps getting like that and getting loose. So he's going to have to be very careful doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching him. I mean, he has been laying the door to this bottom lane almost every lap here. Like I said, this early on in the race, some of these guys are not going to take kindly to it, and eventually it may come back to bite them, but we'll just have to see as this race goes on. I mean, everybody here has a different. Everybody's got a different driving style, and his is obviously
stack up on the outside lane.
We're at 3 wide back there.
That was a big stack up. That's going to cost the outside lane a lot of momentum here. It looks like 8 car trying to find a hole to get down into, and he's going to end up door to door with another person here as he gets a huge shove from behind, but they have absolutely no help
Somebody got checked up on that outside line that caused it. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody definitely got like loose or they got pushed wrong. Oh, that was almost close. Waring could have turned the 84 in front of him. He was offset perfectly to spin him out, but luckily he realized at last second and bailed out of that because that was up horribly.
I know I saw Alex step there in that 43 go out there by the wall and fall straight to the back. So I'm not sure if he was the one that you saw or if he was just one that saw everything that was happening and said, I'm out.
Now, guys, I know most of y'all are watching this broadcast. Keep in mind, you know, it's only lap 27. We don't have to go all out right this minute. You're going to have plenty of time to work your way back up through this field. As you see that huge run coming on the outside as they are all bumper to bumper here.
The 84, the 113,
these guys are gonna wreck each other for a minute.
They're gonna get to a point where they're gonna have causing something. I think they're just pushing themselves so hard. And it's not like you get bonus money. Not like you get bonus money for leading a lap or leading the most laps. It's for winning the race.
I will say, you know, these drivers do this all the time, but mistakes do happen. So that's why you see some people that are very aggressive and some people that aren't. I mean, that's just the typical racing style throughout the different money races and stuff that they do here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I say. You know, each driver has a different driving style, and apparently, you know, these top few guys, their driving style is aggressive from the get-go.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that as long as we can keep it clean.
That's it. That's exactly it.
I mean, you don't
still link up bumper to bumper.
Oh, there they go. Oh gosh.
And that's a case of that side draft being used just a tad bit too much there.
Got some guys way down there on the apron.
That may be them bailing out. It looks like possibly.
We're 3 wide behind them. I believe that was the 14 machine of Danny Jackson. Someone just got up in the wall. They're 3 wide behind them, 3 wide in front of them here. If we can pan back to that right quick. We're having a lot of movement back here, a lot of issues.
It's almost a turn the trial. That was close to being turned.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm watching these guys here. Kirby Lane Scott, the 44 and the 49. We're 3 wide for a while, and Kirby almost got shoved down to the apron right there. And I'm sure after that last chance qualifier, he's having no part of that.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're about to see a few people dropping to the back. I mean, 54 kind of got shuffled out of line there of Hendricks. He's dropping back very quickly here, and I mean, honestly, might be a little bit beneficial to him here.
That 49 dropping to the bottom, cut really close to the bumper of that 45. I'll tell you what, this 44 coming here on the outside, I mean, he had to go to the back of the field for causing that first caution. He's already working his way back up here towards the front. So he's going to give that bumper there to the 84.
Doing a pretty good job, though. I'll give him that. He's been square on his shoves now. He's not kind of swiping the rear end of him, trying to get him loose than he was before. I don't think he meant to do that on purpose, though.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
But mistakes do happen, and it's just very detrimental at this type of track when you're going 190 plus mile an hour. It does look like we had another checkup on the inside lane. Andrew Teff's trying to lead the charge on that outside, and they are closing in fast to the leaders.
Andrew made that jump up there in front of that 84, saw that outside coming, and said, I might as well go ahead and lead this outside charge.
Oh, there they go. Uh-oh, right in front of the field. Here's the big one.
Go take a look and see what happens.
A lot of guys able to avoid that, it looks like. Still
that's
quite a few. Oh, the 49 going to plow the outside wall late. Wow.
And a lot of cars involved in that wreck.
I think Andrew got a shove coming off the corner. Sent him down, I believe. Let's look. Bar chase. 84 is on him. Yeah, just push gone wrong, the wrong spot, and Andrew just can't save it. Comes back up into traffic. 02, 69, 50, 54. A lot of other people involved. How did the 49 get involved in this, though? You see the 7. A little bit of
I was
damage,
say
not too
49
bad.
got involved late.
Yeah, he was
He hit that
really
outside
late.
wall hard late.
Has to be. So where's he at? Dana Ryan. How did he get turned? Oh,
Right
he's
here.
coming through the road course
The
part of
infield,
it.
the road course hits that curb right there and launches it, then gets tagged, I think.
Yeah, he got tagged by the
Yeah.
22.
That road course part, as I watched through the Daytona 24, is not very forgiving. Them,
No,
them bumps right there.
Yeah, I don't think this 22. Who's that? No, that wasn't the 22. Who hit him after this?
it was a 23, I think.
No, it says 22
Oh, the other,
Bonner. So it's the
the fake
wrong.
22.
Yeah, fake 22. So let me get. I guarantee you, he probably. Yeah, Joe Bonner. I guarantee he probably could not see him. Cockpit view. Oh yeah, he can't see him. The pillar is blocking his view. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Looks
he
like the
Yeah, it was
84 is
coming
going to
out
be
of
getting an
nowhere.
EOL
Yep.
here.
he literally cannot see that 49 at all. The pillar is completely blocking his view. That is not his fault.
Well, can we get an update on Kirby Wingscott here? As I think he was actually able to make it through that by going on the apron.
Yeah, he got through there, I believe, pretty well on the skates, still running inside the top 10 there.
Yeah, and this just goes to show, like, you know, bad pushes. I mean, not only can it ruin your races, it ruins someone else's race. So it's
Yeah, I mean, that's one.
very too soon to be this aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one thing we've seen a lot through today is, those bump pushes on the corner exit. That's where a lot of the problems come from. I mean, it's cool when you're bump pushing down in straightaways, but when you try to do that in the corner, man, you're putting a lot of risk on the line right there.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
got to be
exactly what
very
happened right
centered on
there.
someone's bumper going through the corner. But if you're
And you
just
got
off
to know
center
that
at
they got
all,
the skill to take it.
yep. And I mean, if you bump too hard, sometimes it just lifts the ass end of the car up, and you can't do nothing at that point, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Timothy Osborne coming out to the lead here. Oh, never mind. My SDK lied to me. Ah. It's going to be Kenneth and Joshua taking over the 1-2 spot. We got Blake Ken in third, Chase in fourth.
I've got some. Let's see who's cold. Some guys, yeah, this is what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting in pit road as long as you can, get your damage fixed. Ryan,
I mean, with the amount of we've already had 2 cautions at this point, I'd even just go a lap down just to maximize it.
yeah, I was gonna say
That's
that's. I
that.
mean, it's probably not a bad idea. This is not like a typical track where you can get lapped easily. It takes a little bit to get lapped.
I was really surprised there to see the 49 and all that damage, and he just didn't, and still didn't take the fast repair. I mean, he's got all that motor problem. He's going to be sitting there for quite a while if he doesn't take that fast repair.
Yeah, but you know, maybe falling back from the pack and get a couple quick cautions, he might be all right here.
It's going to depend on if he can get his car off the pit road with all that damage.
Yeah. Well, we're finally re-racked and stacked here, and I'm assuming the pace lights are off on the pace truck, so we should be going green at the start of lap 36 here. Still a good 100 and what, about 65 laps left?
Yep, a
Let me
long way to go.
see. Details.
155 or 165, 166 around in there.
164 when they take the green.
All right, so I mean, 164 laps, still a long ways to go. I mean, We got about 4 hours allowed for this, or almost 5 hours allowed for this race. As it typically takes a good, what, 3.5, maybe 4 hours.
Eh,
Yeah.
probably two,
Yeah.
closer to maybe 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Eh,
say, depending on the cautions, I mean, yeah, I feel like, maybe right around probably the 3 hour mark, but it just
Well,
depends.
with that being the second wreck caused by a bad push, I'm starting to wonder if these guys are going to be like, hey, maybe we should back it down just a tad bit or not. Or if we're going to keep trying to see some very aggressive pushing up here towards the front.
Yeah, I mean, never know what goes on in the mind of a driver. We'll
All
just have to
right,
wait and see.
Bud, you want to bring us back to the green this time?
Sure, pace truck is off. The McCullough family there leading this front row, going to bring it back to green inside the Geico restart zone, and we are back to green flag racing with Kenneth McCullough Jr. bringing us to the flag. He's going to take off on that top side, bring us right down to the bottom. One of his family members.
Yeah, it looks
A little
like
bit
the
of a gap
third
there.
one.
Better drag brake just a little bit, or else the old 5 there, Josh, is going to get a run on.
And it looks like their other teammate currently got a little bit of damage in that 04 machine of Christopher. Potentially looking to get a lap back and get his damage fixed to get back up there with them.
Top 3 breakaway. Look at who's running in P4. And number 10, Kirby Wainscott.
Oh, there they
Oh,
go!
go around.
Actually saved it with the wreck behind him.
Oh, was that another bad push?
It looks like it.
Oh, no. That looks like Truth Hope getting into the back of the 8 car, getting him really upset there. Sorry about that. I was listening to a little bit of radio chatter and that was a little funny.
It's like the 8 just went up the track and then Truth just kind of nicked him. The 8 actually does a really good job of saving that car. He's going to be able to continue on. They wreck up in front of him. Able to avoid all of that. What happened behind him? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, but I'm seeing a few cases of ARCA breaking back here, and that is definitely not going to help out a few of these guys.
It's just a bunch of stuff there at the end. Everybody has nowhere else to go. Got 1 meatball, 2 meatballs, 3 meatballs. Ryan's been in pits. So we got 1 on Caleb, and we've got 1 on the 8. He has broken steering. Which one is it? Question mark. He's got one broken somewhere. Left front? Yep. Oh, it's right front. That is destroyed. That's a broken toe link. Through and through. If he has to use his fast repair for it, he probably will. I don't know. He might be. Okay, he's got way more damage than what I thought. Could have been a lot worse, though.
That's the third rig, just due to a bad, a push going wrong, which is just typical super speedway racing. This stuff's gonna happen, but I mean, we're only 38 laps into this race, and we're already being this aggressive with the bumper and the pushing.
Heck, got
I
it.
don't
Use it.
quite get it, but I'm not in the race, so I can't really say much.
Pull the power back up. Having new ones.
Make a couple of adjustments here on my end.
Is it too soon to go jump down there and bully Truth a little bit?
I don't think I don't think Truth's gonna have much to say after that.
So, Bryce, looks like my mailer saying your stream looks really good and some good quality, man. So keep up the good work there, bud.
Who we'll get green with 150 left, 158, I think, left on that. I don't know. I'm close. I'm close to it. I'm gonna black on Benelli, passing on pit road. A lot of guys sitting pit box. Why can I hear in
We should
game?
be going green with about 160 laps left, I think.
Yeah, I just got a leader taking the high side. I don't know why I can hear in game. I have that turned off completely.
I didn't even hear that. That's absolutely crazy.
Campbell's still sitting on pit road. He must have chosen not to take his fast repair. Yep. He got his meatball fixed just in time. He went 2 laps down, though, which I don't think that's going to hurt him too much. I honestly really prefer that fast repair.
I mean, it's still a very long race here, so it's plenty of time to get back on the lead lap. But he's probably going to be a little off pace, so he's going to have to hope for a couple quick cautions.
Probably snapped his toe link, if I had to guess, just a little bit. About 2-minute repairs, normally a toe link, actually not snapped, bent it pretty good, so we had to get that wheel straightened back out.
Yeah, and I will say sometimes it does show us a meatball flag, and they're not necessarily meatballed. I've had that happen to me a couple times. I don't know about y'all. But currently about 34 drivers on the lead lap. It looks like 35th back is a lap down potentially.
35th.
Oh no, it's changing now.
No, they're catching up. They're just way back there. Probably come to the tribal, maybe? No, they're coming off 4, too. Someone else is pulling off it. I can't see who it was.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go back green though, so they're gonna have to try to get caught up as soon as possible, as we are going through 3 and 4 right now. And we did have a couple people that did opt to take an EOL to start in the back here, as they do have damage, and they said they didn't want to be in anyone's way. So, you know, kudos to them and smart thinking, honestly.
It'd be McAuliffe, Joshua, and Kenneth, Wayne Scott, Cannon, Warp, and Eisbren. Front 3 rows, green flag back in the air, but back and away, lap 39 of 200, so they'll have 160 left here.
And to answer your question, yes, they did have one fast repair. I think a couple of the drivers try not to use it here, but these top 2 working really well together on these restarts to make sure that they're able to drop down to the bottom. And you can see how much of a difference it makes as the outside lane just quickly dissipated.
It's like maybe they're going to finally decide to just lay off of each other, possibly here. It took them a little bit to realize that they probably needed to do that, but it's a black. Nelly still has a black. I don't know what it's for. First, he might clear that. Now he's going to have to serve it, looks like. He's serving it. I don't know what he did.
Find out right here shortly. They might have been went into pit road before it was open, or maybe speeding on pit road on the second lap or something, possibly. Anything.
It's weird to see a double black flag, though. Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, so I'm just getting word he had a double black flag, one for entering a closed pit and one for passing under yellow.
That's how you dig your grave.
That's unfortunate for him, but it looks like Ron Ward trying to lead that outside lane, and these guys kind of relaxed up there, taking their time now, so hopefully we're able to get a few green flag laps in here.
I keep hearing guys out there on the track complaining about pushing through the corners, and that's what we were just, we were talking about, that aggressive pushing through the corners, and guys are telling other guys, don't push in the corners. Oh, the 22 goes around.
No caution yet. 22 on the scoreboard. I can't even
That was the
find them.
53. Might be the 53.
Hold on, it showed me. It was the 53.
Yeah, it's the fake 22. We got a couple of fake numbers in
Oh,
here.
he just came down. He came down right in front of Alex there. Alex is not the wrong. He actually does a pretty good job of saving it. Honestly, probably could have kept it going. Just ended up locking it down so he didn't spin it to anybody else. He's going to be way off pace now. And he stopped in the... Not get it started?
Yeah,
It looks like he's having a little bit of issues getting the car started, but he's trying to get it going now. And we're single file out for the most part up here, at least through the top 10, maybe even 15 or so. So things kind of relaxed and possibly looking for a long green flag run here.
I know that 53 just received a warning there from race control about it. About sitting down there like that, and he said couldn't get it started.
Yeah, and that can happen because I mean, even the way I map my ignition and starter, they're buttons that are right above each other. Sometimes when you're trying to rush to get the car started, you just hit the wrong one and you'll cut the whole car off by accident. So I've done that before.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have no buttons meant for that. I just let the car auto start and all that, so I don't have to worry about that problem. It's very annoying when you're in the middle of a race and that happens.
Well, the only reason I have it is for fuel saving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I think it's a lot harder to fuel save than it used to be. You have to actually be like under the pace speed or something now in these cars.
I don't know.
Cut the car off.
Heck, it's been probably 3 months since I ran, so maybe they did update where you had to do that.
Yeah, I know before you could go almost full speed through the corner, push the clutch in, cut the car off, let the clutch out, and then just fucking cut the car back on, and it wouldn't even kick sideways, nothing. It would just go right back like you was on the gas.
Now everybody's at that bottom. I think they realize, hey, we're not even halfway. We're not even the 25th of a way done with this race. Let's just get all the way to the bottom. Just ride. I think that's what they've realized now.
Maybe we can get a chance to see some green flag pit stops for the first time today, and I think the fuel mileage is about 40 or so laps here. So if they get a green flag stop and they kind of get spread out a little bit, this race is going to go green for a pretty good while here.
Yeah, if we can get a green flag pit stop in, this field might start to separate a little bit, and then that's where we really get those long green flag runs in. Get like 2 or 3 different packs of cars, and ends up being a little bit of a smoother ride. See one car back there jumping up there to the outside and passed about 3 cars all on his own. It was the 84. Heck of a move. Now he's back in line down there on the bottom.
Man, my eyes must be deceiving me. Timothy Osborne over the 5th place.
He's up 33 spots
where
he qualified. Oh, we got
Looks like we have another yellow out. Not sure for what though.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Looks like Truth Hope went off the track.
Says I don't know what. Norris and Stidham. This is that second group back there. That's a dead wheel.
Oh,
that is a dead wheel right there. 100%. That wheel died on him. Go on, Stidham. No, it wasn't Stidham. Was it Stidham? Yeah, it's a 5 standard. Oh, he just kind of runs into the guy in front of him and move on from there. Not too much damage. I do want to look at Norris because I think that wheel completely died. No, that's not who it is. Who is this car in front? It is the
Patrick Millette, the 18.
Can't read the name.
I think it's Patrick Millette there, the 18. Looks like
Millette, the 18.
Yeah, it is. Let me see. Is it just... Nope, just gets.
Honestly,
Oh, it got loose.
Well, if I think
Bad
his
push.
tires got picked up off the ground because it picked up RPMs really quickly.
Yeah, I was saying just
Oh,
off the
yep.
bumper of Truth. Just, yeah.
yeah, it looks like
Hold
Truth
on.
got a push from behind.
So here's why that happened. Look at his bumper. You can get like a. His bumper is not straight. It's got a huge dent in it.
Yeah.
So Truth can't shove it straight like he normally does, and just picks up the rear end on accident.
Yeah, and it probably don't help they had a 3-car tandem going there as well, so it's really hard for Truth to check up. But regardless, I mean, it seems the story of the day is just bad pushes. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yep.
We had some pretty good runs of it early in these heats and stuff like that, but
Meatball for Millette. Ryan's still
yeah,
good.
his whole right front is obliterated right now. So unless he's got a faster pair, he's might be done for the day here.
Yeah, that car is done. Crashed.
Go ahead and roll out the backup, fellas. Holy cow, that looked like a close call coming out of pits. I thought there was about to be a wreck there. What the heck was that? Oh no, that was just somebody flying by. Okay. Well, right now it's the McCullough show. Is these two up here just been doing a phenomenal job working together, keeping their cars up front. And if the trend continues, they're going to be the ones to beat today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what we saw in their heat race. And, they said that was the plan, try to get together again and make it happen here in the future. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, so far she's been working out phenomenally here. And Christopher, who I believe was a lap down earlier, all the way up to 6, so he's catching up to them. They're about to have a 4-car team up here.
I was saying I'm just going to put this out here that these guys have been warned by race control about the excessive pushing. So
Yep,
we'll see how
because
they take this.
I believe it's the EOL, a black flag, and then you're just disqualified from the race after that. So, I mean, I know these guys are going to have to kind of be a little more on the safe side here.
Yeah,
Safe and
approaching,
racing don't go together.
They're approaching the 50 lap mark here, quarter of the way through. Still got a long way to go, boys.
Trying to tighten this microphone arm on here a little bit more so I can move it around correctly.
All right, fellas, I'll be right back right here in a minute.
Lights are off. Colath, Thompson, Cannon, McCullough, and Wayne Scott. Front 3 rows. No damage on any of those cars. 44 has worked his way back up here.
Yeah, involved in that incident a little bit earlier on, and got the EOL and already got himself back up here towards the front. say the McCullough family of racers has been the ones showing the way here for the most part all race long so far. So we'll see if they can keep this up.
Sorry about that, fellas. I'm back. I had to go talk to my team real quick because we got a Daytona race coming up ourselves for a league, and it's a full length Daytona 500. So.
The green flag is back in the air. It's Josh McCullough gets the jump, goes straight down to the bottom in front of Kenneth, and Kenneth will be in front of Blake Cannon.
The bottom lane checked up just a little bit there on that initial start. And had a little bit of a chain reaction thing happen, and we got it all sorted out though.
See if they all go back down to the bottom or if they stay too wide. I don't know if I'd stay too wide if I were them. It's just not gone very well for them at all. They're moving around a lot though.
I would say the 84 and the 98 really moving around a lot right there. Again, the 04 now right there glued to the back bumper of that 56 on the outside. That outside line just kind of struggling again, trying to keep up any kind of momentum. How about? I keep looking back. I was like, how about this 10-car Kirby Wayne Scott, man? Everything he went through in that last chance qualifier, currently up here running in P4 right now.
Yeah, and he's definitely taken advantage of this. He's been able to avoid a lot of the wrecks being up there, but everyone's pretty spaced out for the most part, except for I believe the two cars up there on the top side.
The 04 to 56 block bumpers there. The 84 going to squeeze up there in front of that 56. I almost got a bumper hook right there because it was so close, but the guy's able to make it work out.
Keep it straight like this. Get a little bit aggressive. Still 2 lanes. I don't know if I'd be doing 2 lanes right now. I feel like you can get away with just riding right now.
Outside getting really aggressive again with the bumpers and with the side draft. And now somebody got shot out. Is that Andrew? Andrew getting shot out there to the apron. They made that outside lane work with all that aggressiveness. Now the 8-car back there out front.
D4 has been shoving him pretty hard, getting right up on his bumper, giving him a pretty good push, so he's not doing anything too aggressive on him.
We're starting to get to the point of having 2 different packs here. Andrew Teff back there got shuffled back, and they're all single file right there behind him, and there's a little bit of a gap between this front pack and that other pack. Probably got the pack of racers and the pack of waiters.
Yeah, I'd be one of the waiters. I would not be up there.
Oh, absolutely.
We kind of just sitting there like, yeah,
absolutely.
Y'all do what you want to do.
From what I've seen here, absolutely. If I was on the track and I've seen what I've seen so far in this race, yeah, I'd definitely be back there in the pack of waiters.
That 04 and that high line kind of falling back just a little bit. The bottom line's being a little iffy. And the guys poking their noses out, seeing what they can get.
So the pack's about to run up on a lap car here too, so we better get this bobbing and weaving figured out real quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That flat car.
It looked like we had another check up on the inside there as well. That Kirby Wayne's got hard off of the gas as he almost ran into the back of somebody.
Casey Smith way up there on the top side.
And 10, your top 10 at the moment. Guys, our 25th of the way started at 7, now 8:04. Is with 3 cautions though, gotta keep that in mind. It takes about a minute to run a lap around, 47 seconds to run a lap around Daytona here at 2-mile track.
Things are pretty calm right now, but could just be, you know, as we talked about earlier, in the eye of the hurricane, it's the back half, you know, gonna be a little rough, but right now we're in the center, got a nice, beautiful view, and everything's nice and calm.
Yeah, so the top 8 down there running single file and 2 wide back from there, but not seeing quite as aggressive of pushing or bobbing and weaving. It looks like everybody's just kind of trying to run a little bit more under control here at this point.
And I mean, like, these McCollum guys, they really haven't been pushing super hard like some of the other drivers on the outside, and they've been keeping it up front here, you know. So that goes to show you don't have to be so aggressive, and they're doing a wonderful job, like, proving that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they haven't been aggressive at all towards each other. There hasn't been really any kind of aggressive pushing or attempted side blocking, but they're just able to keep themselves in a really good draft pattern and making it work for them.
And you can tell this is a group of guys that know each other very well. As they know when they can and can't push, and they're probably in communication right now. But just the point being, aggressive driving might get you towards the front, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the fast repair and your car's totaled, I mean, you're not going to be able to make it to the end of the race to have a chance to win the money, so it's not going to make a difference.
Exactly. You got to be there at the end to have the chance.
Oh, looks like we had a little bit of issue towards the back on the inside. Someone got shuffled out there, but no incident, no wreck. They was able to get it straightened back up.
Hold on, I heard tires, unless I'm hearing something. I guess I'm hearing stuff, because I could have swore I heard somebody's tires go screeching.
Yeah, I'm trying to look, see if anyone went off track. They might have got a little loose, but it looks like they were able to save it, so. Or SDK didn't pick it up, one of the two.
That outside line trying to make a charge here again.
Thinking about going 3 wide here. They're looking, 42 is kind of peaking, letting that car in front of him know that he wanted to maybe go 3 wide just for a second.
But one thing I'm noticing here too with our Raiders is with the 05 out in front of Josh McCullough there, he keeps kind of going up through the corners and allowing the 03 of Kenneth to get some air on that thing and keep it cool. So it's one little strategy I think that they're playing with each other to help keep them guys intact. See how he drifts up right there, giving that 03 just a little bit of fresh air to cool that motor down so you can just continue to push them.
Yeah, but we do have a little bit of 3 wide action. Someone's going to shoot the middle. Almost come up into the 42. Who is that? The number 23 machine of Austin Smith, almost getting into the left rear of the 42, sending him around back there.
20 is getting a little bit squirrely. He's kind of shooting up the track just a little bit and comes back down. Maybe it might be through the corners though, so he possibly is okay. I don't know. It's kind of odd looking at it.
Looks like we're coming up on another lap car of Charlie here. Because he's still got quite a bit of damage.
He'll probably stay out of the way easily. He won't get up in the way of these guys. Probably gonna stay high because he knows that that's where nobody is. Yeah, he'll stay out of the way to a certain extent. Kind of running that middle line still. Actually, that high line's trying to get the draft off of, and that's why they're doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's running up there on that high side. The guys coming at him on the high side are just trying to catch his draft, try to help him, a little bit of a slingshot there.
He should be able to drop down safely now and try to get a sniff of some drafts so he can quit losing as much time here. As he's going to be on an uphill battle to try to get back on the lead lap and be contending for a win at the end of this thing.
And he didn't do it like I thought he would. He just kind of, he didn't, tuck in behind that. I just lowered my chair on accident. He didn't tuck in behind the upper lane. He actually just kind of let him go by. I thought he'd do it a little bit sooner than that. He went all the way to the back, it looks like, of that. He even got a hold of it. Yeah, he was able to get a hold of that last car in line. Just barely, though.
Oh, we're having a little bit of movement up here up front.
So the outside lane is coming, 44 to 20. Making a run, beeline for this top spot here.
What these two want to do. 44, he was up here early in the race and got sent to the back for causing a wreck because he was pushing too hard, so he had to do that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you said earlier that 20 car is just getting a little bit out of shape, so I have to check up every now and again, but he's getting right back to the back bumper of that 44, so they did lose a little bit of momentum on that high side, but 44 coming down. It looked like everyone else was wanting to stay up about another lane there, and got through the push on the outside lane all out of whack.
They got a green with 51 laps, and they took the green. They're at 67. Fuel window is what, 40 something?
Yeah, it's right around 40 laps. To say they're right around about 18 laps since they were last on pit road, so they're about halfway through the fuel cycle right now.
Yeah, that'll also drop as tires aren't dropping off, so it's just going to be the pace that these guys are running. If they're running fast paces, then they'll be coming to pit road a little bit sooner. But it looks like right now they're kind of just riding it out.
The guys are catching Kensley Smith again. Kensley still with significant damage on his car from the incident earlier on.
That 44 just cut that so close. Coming down, he came down in front of, but that was extremely close. He was asking to get turned there.
That was Kirby Wainscott in that 10 machine.
Yeah, he was right at it. You cannot cut that any closer. Especially coming through the trial, that's even a worse spot to try to make that pass. We kind of have a second line trying to join it. That's the 20, the 23, and the 1. Yeah, it just got
the 44 kind of ditched that outside lane, fell down to the inside in front of Kirby there. So maybe the 44 looking for a little bit of a fuel saving draft, a little bit from spending all that time leading the outside lane.
Yeah, this outside lane was going, and they immediately died. I don't know what happened.
So now the 23 jumping down into the bottom side, leaving only the 3 cars up there on the top of the 20, the 1, and the 50. Now the 20 jumping down to the bottom.
They're maybe just taking runs when they get them and seeing if they can get a quick spot, but it is just not working for them at all. They are not going anywhere with it.
It could also just be a patience type of thing.
Oh, talk about patience.
Yeah, I was going to say the one self-cleared himself to the bottom across the nose of the 43 there.
Kept his-
43 did not like that. He is all over the back bumper of that one car now.
yeah, he's not too happy with them. That's pretty apparent there. Kind of reminds me of when I was at Bristol when Larson won. Not last season, the season before that. We had tickets to the start finish line tickets from my work, and of course I got to see Suarez and Eric Jones go at it. Suarez did everything he could to turn Jones on the front stretch and didn't do it. You know, he literally, I mean, he had him basically sideways the whole entire time. I don't know how he did not wreck that car. I was glad that he didn't, though. Oh, 03, 05, and 8. Still, your front three biggest mover is Christopher McAuliffe. He is up 28 positions. Currently riding in 6th. Is in the 04 car. Throwback to, I think that was Tony Stewart when Hendrick sponsored him for an Xfinity race, I believe. I can't remember what he got sponsored for that had that paint scheme. But Larson ran that throwback. The one time he's ran a throwback and didn't wreck it, and then Ross Chastain wrecked him at Darlington. I had that race won. I remember that very vividly, sadly.
Oh, but I mean, it looks like these drivers are ready to try to get a chance at some green flag pit stops here as everyone's kind of spread out and just relaxing finally after we're about 77 laps into this race. And if you thought it's been aggressive already with some of the pushes and stuff, wait until we get to the last, I don't know, maybe 50 to 20 laps here. We still got a long ways to go before that, so it's really good these drivers kind of calm down and, you know, spread out a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's a long, long way to go. We're at 72 of 200, so we're almost halfway finally. They have ticked off these laps pretty quickly, though. Running 46.5s across the board is where all of it is.
Well, Phyllis, what's been your eventful moment for the race so far? Like your favorite moment or favorite wreck, anything?
Oh, gosh, so I don't have a favorite wreck yet. I mean, I can't say I have a favorite moment. I mean, that'll probably happen late in the race and when they have to make a pretty big move. Hopefully they don't wipe each other out, but I don't have a favorite moment or a favorite wreck yet.
That's fair. So far, I'm gonna say the best one of the race for me, even though there was a wreck behind him. That gentleman earlier that got spun sideways and was able to get it back straight, and they ended up wrecking behind him. That was a pretty good save.
As I say, as far as moment goes, I'm kind of with Bryce at this point. I don't really have one, but I said one thing I will say is being the highlight is just the all that aggressive pushing that we saw earlier on amongst all these guys out front. I mean, just not something that you're used to seeing in a long race like this one here, and to see these guys being that aggressive earlier on, it kind of puts you on edge because it was like you were waiting for something to happen, but then, you know, nothing really happened until until that point when we had that first caution.
And now we're kind of at the point where everyone's finally got relaxed out, and it's just like a whole different set of drivers in this race right now. And it's just very unfortunate for a few of the drivers that have damage or stuck a lap down here.
Yeah, because they're going to need those cautions. I mean, you take a look, like Kinsley Smith. I mean, we're used to seeing him running up front, caught up in that one wreck, currently 3 laps down. So, I mean, Kinsley's going to need some help from cautions, before the end of this race to get himself, get the damage fixed enough to be able to compete, and then let alone get himself back onto the lead lap to put himself into contention to compete again.
Yes, that is very true. Currently starting on lap 76 here, and I'm really looking forward to having some green flag pit stops. I want to see what kind of strategies we got, who's saving more than others, and how it's going to end up playing out if we do have a super long green flag run here. I
That
got
was
a
one thing I
feeling.
was that was one thing I was thinking about too. You know, these guys haven't seen a green flag pit stop all day. I mean, we haven't seen one in any of the heat races. Last year's qualifier, you know, it was all caution, caution flag pit stops. So we have to see how these guys were able to navigate pit road under green flag conditions because we know a lot of times problems could happen on green flag pit stops.
Yeah, it is very true. And I'm just interested to see who's going to be aggressive entering in the pit road and who isn't, because that's kind of the thing. If you're going to be aggressive and the person in front of you is checking up, I mean, you're going to have to try to dodge them at least direct, such as you were saying there, and it's no one's really had time to learn how everyone else is going to function going into the pits.
Yeah, 100%. I said it's going to be interesting. I mean, closing in on 30 laps here since last time these guys were on pit road. So another 10 laps or so, we may start seeing these guys start dipping down pit road.
They're running. So what was it? She said 47 full tank. Was that our racing estimate? Was that early in the run? Because it'll extend as the run goes on.
I think we were right
Well,
around the 40 lap mark in the
I
draft.
believe like 40 to 45 laps on a full tank here, but we're not 100% positive, so we've not had a single really
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah.
green flag stop today.
I'll give them
We were
probably
just hearing.
47 laps. I think that'll be their max. They can push it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were hearing before the race that it was about 40, or before we got going here today, that it was about 40 laps. So maybe in the draft, maybe close to 45 ish.
Maybe even 47, like you said. We'll just have to see here.
Hopefully, we're not jinxing it. I mean, we know we're probably within about 10 to 12 laps, maybe of seeing it, and hopefully, we're not jinxing it and end up with the flag of a certain color coming out.
I'm legally colorblind, sir. Are you talking orange or red?
Well, I was talking about the dark gray, but maybe it was the white gray.
Oh yeah. See, sir, I'm legally blind in one eye, and I can only see about 70% in the other. So, I mean, I really have no idea what happened here today.
These guys running like they are, they're going to be extending that fuel a lot longer, especially the guys that have been like really, really tucked back. They will not be a huge, like, it won't be a huge issue. I don't know how to say that. How do I say that? They won't be as tough on fuel, I guess.
Yeah, but it does look like we're starting to get a second line formed up here again. Maybe a couple of guys realizing they probably saved a okay amount of fuel and looking to gain some spots here while they can. Looks like that 27 Red Line Racing machine going to be leading the charge on the outside. And Dwayne Drummond's one we got told to be looking out for today as well. I believe by Mr. Matt Mittler when he was in the booth earlier.
Yeah, he was kind of throwing some real positivity towards Drummond, saying that he's going to be one to watch out for. So,
I thought you were going to say shade for a minute.
Yeah, he was talking all sorts of smack about everybody in here, saying that they were such great drivers and they're all perfect and they're all the best of the best. Real shady stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he was even up here talking crap about us too, throwing shade at us.
Yeah, saying we were doing a good job and he was happy to be up here with us and stuff like that. I mean, how dare he?
I mean, that's just rude.
Yeah, right. Rude, man. Rude.
The lap car. Who is that lap car? 57. They're going around now.
Yeah, it's going to be Austin Norris in a 57 machine. And unfortunately for him, it's going to be a rough track trying to get back on the lead lap here. But right now, it looks like Cody Benelli still about 50 seconds back from him. So what's that gonna? That's gonna be about 27 cars on the lead lap at the moment.
Oh no. Ow. Trying to like put my leg up on my desk. There we go. Got this chair leaned back as far as I can, holding my mouse. 84 is...
Rubbing his tires under racing conditions.
I don't know. I don't know.
man.
I was so confused. I guess he may be getting bored.
Could be.
Yeah,
I mean, we did see the 8. I did see the 8 car go down onto the apron at one point too there, and kind of just, bring himself back up rather quick. So, yeah, not sure
Yeah,
if
I
these
can't-
guys are just getting bored or what, but it literally looked like the 84 was just rubbing his tires.
Sometimes I do that under race conditions just to keep myself freshened up. You get kind of stagnant when you're single filed out and kind of spread out like this, and you just start kind of moving around and making sure you're ready for something to pop off here.
I was gonna say too, a lot of these guys have had a really long day out there, so wouldn't be surprised if running single file is getting some of their eyelids a little on the heavy side, and they just got to do something to keep themselves awake.
I mean, that's a fair point there. But
I mean, I know I was talking to Truth Oak there before this race started, and he was already yawning before the race even got going. So,
should tell him to take his not mess and go ahead and go to bed.
yeah. Where is old Truth at right now? He's running back there in the 29th position, still on the lead lap.
Truth
Just
Oak
kind of
is-
back there in the back and just kind of riding.
I think Truth is in 37th, about a few laps down, is he not?
He's in 29th. He's not a lap down. He's just running with his backpack all the way back here. He's 17 seconds behind. 18 seconds, basically.
Something must be going on with my SDK then, because this.
Always blaming the SDK.
Yeah, as soon as I clicked on his name, a bunch of people just shuffled around there. And it's telling me Kirby Wainscott's leading the race, which is not right. Something's going on with my SDK.
Yeah, Wayne
Now it
Scott's
says
in
Kenneth
ninth.
is leading. All right, then.
Wayne Scott
Nice
is in
Yeah,
job,
ninth.
Kirby, winning a race from ninth. All right, Kirby.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but holy cow.
It looks like Morgan's on pit road. I'm not sure why he went back down. Odd to see.
I think guys are starting to prepare here for some green flag pit stops. I'm hearing some stuff being called out over the radio, and these guys have been about 38 laps since the last time they were on pit road. So I was like, maybe we might be anticipating some green flag pit stops coming up here pretty soon.
I think we'll probably see him. Yeah, probably in
The
2
leader.
or 3 laps.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say probably 2 or 3 laps, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like the 57 is going to be coming down this time. I was about to say, the leader probably going to be one of the first ones to come down, and I'm sure the group that's been working together up here are going to pit with him. But I did hear the 57 Austin Norris was pitting.
He should be coming down here soon. He does come down dang pit road. He's not coming yet.
All right, let me refresh my SDK because I'm getting people are going in the pits, coming out of the pits, going in the pits, coming out of the pits, and it's definitely not correct here. So let me try to get a fresh start on that because I'm not sure what's going on with my lifetime, but it is all screwed up right now.
See what drivers are still streaming real quick. I'm gonna check that on YouTube. That is
Hey, I think our leaders are getting ready to come down pit road right here, from what I hear.
they have one person. I think that's Lee. Still streaming. Yeah, I'm looking at streams now, so I'm trying to look at their fuel.
So we got a lot
Here we
coming down
go.
the pits right
Green
now.
flag pit stops.
Who's gonna smoke and
Underway.
getting in?
A lot of them.
McCullough. Oh, that
Ooh,
hey.
sideways.
Oh my gosh, that is
Wow.
wheel hopping everywhere. He somehow got that down to pit road speed. I don't see any blacks. That sounds really racist.
No, I know someone's going to get a black flag because they just drove through every pit box possible here.
I was just saying, I don't see any handed out from iRacing, so they didn't speed getting in, but of course there could be league rules. There's one black flag. 54 looks like he probably spun getting on pit road, so he was too fast entering. That was the second group. We're gonna have this first group pit here, or this third group pit here now. Looking at one of the drivers, they had 3 laps of fuel left. They can go about 40 laps on fuel, looks like. Second group looks like they're in clean. It appears somebody's almost spun getting off pit road. Corey, so we're going to look at Wayne Scott and Alex Teff now coming on pit road.
Kirby!
You got way too hot.
Way too hot.
Waiting for him to finally get down pit road. Oh, and he just destroyed the pit
he's
wall.
on the side wall.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
bud, you can't park there.
I think if I had to hand out an award for a hard luck of the day, it's got to go to that 10 car Kirby Wayne Scott.
Yeah, and he has a black flag, so that's going to make it even worse for him. Group up here got broken up, though, just a little bit.
I was gonna say, this is where things are gonna get interesting, because now we're gonna start having these smaller little packs of cars until once again everybody gets kind of brought back together over the course of this second run here. But this is where we're gonna start seeing guys kind of dodging and moving all around, trying to avoid cars coming back out on out onto the racetrack, and this is where it gets fun and interesting.
Heck, for some people it gets interesting, but it looks like, I mean, I know other people, they get kind of like, this is kind of where it can get really demoralizing too. You can be running up front and feel like you get in pit road pretty good, and then you drop the jack and you lose the draft after that, and you're like, well, crap, now you just got to ride around, going 170, 20 miles below race speed, and it's really like, you're like, you got to be kidding me when that happens. It's one of the most annoying things, one of the most boring things to deal with when that happens.
Yeah. So
Oh, this group of 4 cars had an issue. 03, way off the pace. Not sure what's going on there.
Blew up,
blow it up, maybe?
Oh, I
Do
think he
not
did.
LePage this
He's really
field.
slow on the apron.
He
Yeah, I
almost
was gonna say,
LePage the
did not come
field.
back up there and LePage it.
And that is not what we wanted to see. Is that there's
Yep,
been a very
not running.
dominant group of cars
Yeah,
today.
he is hand grenaded that 03 machine.
Not run anymore. So when did it blow up?
Yeah, he's sitting at about 210 on the temperature. Oh wait, well, I guess it don't show live temperature, does it?
Yep, there it goes. Blew up. Now what he's hoping
That's
for is
just,
he gets it back around pit road and he uses his fast repair because he still has that in his pocket. It's a long, long way down pit road. And I think he has like one of the first pit stalls. Yeah, he's got to go all the way to the end of pit road.
yeah, he's going to hope he doesn't stall out going down pits, or he's going to have to tow, and that's just going to put insult to injury here.
Yeah, and the thing is, like
I think.
he almost has to speed. You got to keep up as much speed as possible.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be creeping when he gets there, but I think he'll be fine to make the box. It's just
Don't
the fact
miss
of
it.
whether or not he's gonna serve a penalty for don't miss it, and whether or not you gotta serve that penalty for speeding or not if he did.
He gets
He's
it.
gonna get there.
Yeah, he did not get a black, so he's good.
There you go, fresh motor in.
He'll lose a lap, it looks like. It's way better than what he could have lost, though. Way, way better. Could have lost 3 or 4 laps, but didn't, luckily for him.
That's definitely not going to help this pack of cars trying to catch up to the lead group here, as it's going to put him down, I believe, 3 cars back there, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they've only got 3. That's Christopher McCall, Cannon, and then Elliott back there helping those guys. They're not going to have much help at all.
They're really going to have to hope for a mistake out of this lead group up here to try to catch up to them.
And I was gonna say, after that first round of pit stops, the 84 there, Justin Melchar finds himself out in front now, ahead of Josh in that 05. The 84 having a really good pit stop there, getting himself out front.
Yeah, now it's gotten relatively quiet just because these guys have just decided, hey, let's race. So the only thing I can see happening now is these guys. The second group though is this third group is coming up, all lined up. They're gonna catch this second group, and they'll probably pick them up, and they'll go up towards the front because they're 5-6 miles per hour faster. Let's see how they go.
So this is one of the fun parts for me. Calling these races is after that green flag pit stop and get these little separate packs and little groups of cars and seeing how long it's going to take another group to be able to catch the lead group, because they have got to stay like single file, stay tight together, and really keep that draft strong in order to drive their way back up, to catch that group in front. They start racing each other, and this top group can really pull away.
Not the one.
That group has caught that 3-car pack and starting to look to the outside.
I feel like they probably should have lined up with them yet. Now they're going to slow each other down. They're slow each other down doing this with running side by side, thinking that, hey, look at me, I'm going to try to, run around each other and then mess it up. I mean, they may sort it out.
That, I was going to say, they caught that 3-car group with a lot more momentum, and then once they made the move to go to the outside of them, all that momentum kind of fell off. I feel like they could have gotten around clean, but just for some reason, the momentum of that whole pack
hold
fell
on.
off.
We got somebody dropping. Yo, there we go. And they keep it.
Yep.
Oh, no. There's a caution here. Maybe? No? Yes, there it is.
There it is. Yep.
I heard tires, and I just didn't know what was happening. That's a hard hit for that 113. Jesse Warren, or James Warren. What happened with him? He destroyed that wall. Comes down, the 27, nicks him. He overcorrects hard. And then Alex Teft is just trying to drive it, keeps getting loose, keeps getting loose. Flips Eisburn. I don't think either of those guys will have too much damage. They should be fine. Yeah, they're able to keep it rolling. They'll be good. But that 13, I think he is KO. Yeah, he's meatball flag right front. Nailed it. Popped the hood up. Hit so hard.
Well, we've officially made it to halfway here now.
It took him hour and 40 minutes. That's with 5 cautions. So not a bad pace. I mean, if they probably didn't have those cautions at the start, they're probably, I had to
Yeah.
guess, maybe almost done with it.
Maybe 50 to go. I
Yeah.
was gonna say maybe like 50 to go at this point. Yeah. Some guys choosing to come back down pit road here. Some guys choosing to stay out.
Like even though you just came down pit road, I'd come back in just to be even with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If not anything, just at least on the fuel. All right, boys. Well, since we're under caution, I think I'm going to step away for a few minutes and do a couple things here, and I'll be back. I'll be back with you in a few minutes, boys.
All right.
Alrighty, sir.
Justin, so everybody stayed out. Wayne Scott, McCullough, Noel Benelli, Norton, Bonner, Kinsley. Three guys left. If we've got anything being said in the Discord really quickly. Don't see anything. Surprisingly quiet. Something like this. Normally guys are yelling at each other. Ask me how I know.
I'm sorry. To what? I was texting somebody back about something.
I was just talking about the Discord is surprisingly quiet.
Oh yeah, I went and checked a few minutes ago myself, and I was expecting maybe a few messages in there. It was pretty peaceful for the most part.
Yeah, you know, we just don't see that. Normally guys, what are you doing? Why you wreck me? I'm like, okay. Melchar, lead them back green. Polliff, Thompson, Estretta, Smith, and Cannon, your top 3 rows.
Well, take a minute to look at the YouTube chat here. Sorry about that, guys. We got a great broadcast. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you there, Charlie. And we got a Let's Go Round Warp. And what a interesting thing there. We finally got some green flag pit stops. We make it halfway in the race, and boom, another caution. So, I mean, overall, not too many cautions today. I think, what is this, caution number 4?
5 right now, and then I mean, we've had some of the cautions were really quick cautions. It was just like one car wrecked, and they get back rolling, and they're fine after that. So it's just been some quick stuff before.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to be able to, trying to think here for a minute, if we're going to be able to get another long green flag run here where everyone's going to be kind of situated and calm down, or if they're going to try to push again. It's really going to be a kind of a 50-50 coin toss here, and Joshua appeared missing both of his teammates as the one blew his engine a little earlier and the other one's a little farther back, so they're going to have to try to get everything sorted and get back together as they were dominating the early part of this race here.
I feel like they just got too halfway, so I wouldn't be pushing it. I'd be letting it, just kind of ride at the moment. I'd be like, yeah, we're okay here. I don't feel like we have to go too
Yeah,
aggressive. The green flag is back in the air.
right
We're
now,
back underway.
yeah, right now is the time to try to get with your teammates and kind of get relaxed in a spot where you're all together and you're ready to push when the time does come. Pretty good restart from that inside line on the top two there of Aubrey and Justin. Looks like Joshua's going to be able to drop down to the inside third place. Blake Cannon in fourth. That 8 car just not able to get down there. This outside lane just dissipating fast. Everyone dropping down to the inside, and it looks like they're going to try to go on cruise control again a little bit here. 45 trying to give that 8 the business in here and get him pushed back up towards the front so they don't bleed too many positions.
Use that 8. We didn't really have enough guys. It looks like Joshua McCall, if he's thought about going to the outside, he decided to go with it, see what he can do, get up there. He was able to get
Yeah, we were told he has a little bit. He has a little bit more of an aggressive driving style from what we were told by his teammates earlier. But I don't really think he's been too overly aggressive. He just seems to like to be towards the front or battling for the front. He's not really been making any very surprising bold moves, I would say. So pretty respectable out of him for the most part today.
Yes, some guys, they do definitely pick up the aggressive, nature, which some of them earn it. Others just kind of get it because they make one wrong move, and that's a little bit of a door tap. Between these guys, more rubbing. 04, I don't know what that was about. Got right on the door, that car below him.
And that checked up the outside lane a lot, and they just lost every bit of momentum they just built up there, getting Joshua to the front.
Outside line's kind of forming some more cars, not a ton though.
All right, boys, I am back.
Gosh, about time, man. I thought we was going to have to call the emergency services to come looking for you.
Yeah, fortunately, I got a little bit of a bad habit in the bladder of an 85-year-old, so I take a
I
little
got a
bit
bad
of.
habit too, but I can do my bad habit in the house. So
Yeah, I can't do that with my house.
yeah, they got this new thing called smokeless tobacco. You should try that at some time.
Yeah, I just need to give it up at some point, but I'm afraid if I do that, then I'm going to wind up in jail or something.
No. Don't let nobody talk you out of having fun. It might not be good for you, but you know what? We're here for a good time, not a long time, right?
That's exactly it. I mean, I've already surpassed the point at which I thought I was going to survive. So anytime after this here is just extra credit.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. It looks like we had a little bit of a blinking incident there, but everything seems to have gotten calmed down here again. We're having a little bit of beating banging back here.
As I say, these top 3 guys who seem to have kind of checked out just a little bit here. Now that bottom groove's starting to get bunched back up. That outside groove again is still just not able to really keep a solid run going here.
I think that 60 had a black, or I think he was a meat ball earlier. He was in pit road for a long time. He somehow rebounded. I think, yeah, Bonelli's still what? He's still 1 lap down, so he's still got to find a way back on the lead lap. Got, 80 or 90 laps to do it now. He's still got a lot of time.
That was just a car Lee Campbell up there running the P11 right now. So good rebound by him.
Wonder if they've taken RC's warning of shoving. I don't see it happening a lot anymore.
Yeah, I think they've kind of relaxed on that just a little bit since the warning was issued.
Like, hey, it's not so smart to be picking up the rear tires of the guy in front of you when you can't turn.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes Lee Campbell now working this outside. Making a charge to the front. Cody Bonelli and Kesley Smith right there behind him. Both those guys lap down or more, but tell you what, here at the Super Speedway, man, anytime you got that 15 car around you, that's good news for you. What a quick move by the 84 jumping up there in front of Lee Campbell in that 60 car. That was close. Ford dip it back down to the bottom now, taking the lead over Joshua McCullough. Oh, Cody Bonelli getting up there just a little bit, almost leaving Lee kind of hanging there in the middle, but Lee able to get back up there in front of him.
So let's see, we went back racing about what, like 104 here, so we should be going to about like 140 something for pit stops again.
Yeah, forget about that 40 laps to the green flag run. It's like some of these guys I'm seeing here, about 11 laps since the last time they were on pit road, so maybe in about, right around lap 140. Anywhere, I would say between 44 and 50 maybe. We'll start seeing some more pit stops.
So about lap 150, everybody should be coming down.
Yeah.
The latest.
A lot of bobbing and weaving going on right now between these two lines.
Yeah, but some good side-by-side battling right now. I mean, both lanes holding pretty strong, but all this bobbing and weaving, like you said, just one mistake, and it's all going to go downhill very quickly for a lot of these drivers, because I'm not sure how many have fast repairs left at this point. As we've had a couple of big wrecks early.
Yeah, I was saying, a lot of guys get cut off and stuff there early. And that's the biggest thing, man. Once you burn that fast repair, you don't want to get caught up in anything else, because your day's going to be pretty much over with. I think we've seen, about 3 or 4 guys here so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 guys now that have loaded it up on the hauler for the evening, so. I'm saying the 57 blinking like crazy right now up there on that outside line. We caused a little bit of a break in the momentum there. Oh, I reckon
I was gonna say,
24 goes around, hits the wall hard.
I heard tires
A
somewhere.
bunch of cars.
Oh my gosh, this is huge.
Bunch of cars involved in this one.
And the big one at Daytona is an absolute parking lot coming out of 3 and 4.
Literally a parking
Kirby
lot.
Wayne Scott, Timothy Eisbren, Andrew Teft.
Josh Winford.
22 having some problems. They're not able to turn.
And it looks like it initially started between that 24 and the number 1 car.
Like a bad
24 got
push
spun
again.
around.
Yeah, bad push, and this is literally right up into everybody else. They don't have anywhere to go. 45, 27, 55, 92, 42, 01, the 10, the 43, 57. I think I already said him. Andrew Teff
Pretty
may
much
make it
everybody in
through.
the back half of the field involved in this wreck.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah, in
Andrew's
some
not
way,
going to
shape,
make
or
it.
form.
Andrew doesn't make it through the 03. Looks like he's going to somehow make it through.
So I think it'd be easier to name who did make it through at this point. Well, as we talked about earlier, you know, a lot of these guys had to use that fast repair early, so it's gonna definitely put a hurting on them here as they're gonna have to go down and just do it the old-fashioned way and get some of this damage fixed, and hope they're able to keep the pace to keep up the pack. It looks like we had somebody disconnect there.
Yeah, it looks like that was
I believe
Austin Norris there in the 57 car. He was the one that was having some of the blinking issues, so he was the one that the 24 was, you know, when he got sideways, he went right up and slammed right into him, pushed him right up into the wall hard. So tough break there for the 57 Austin Norris. I mean, just nothing he could have done. This is going to kind of make it interesting here too, because now we're possibly in the realm of making this in one more stop.
I think they'll come down pit road again, just to just to push their fuel a little bit longer.
Yeah, I would say that might be the smart thing. I mean, especially like if you're on the backside of the lead, you know, the lead lap cars. Like I said, right around that 40 lap mark is where that fuel window is, and we're at 82 left here in the race. So some of these guys in the draft may be able to push it, you know, 41, 42 laps, but it's going to be really close.
Wait, 40 laps at 118. They'll top off, and then they're gonna make it. This is gonna be a fuel mileage race at the end of it. I top off here just so I can make it on one stop for sure. Like that'd be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, but I mean, you also got to. I mean, you probably also got to anticipate this isn't going to be the last caution we're going to see tonight either. So,
That is true.
I mean, this is pushing it to the end with one more stop if we were to stay green. But way some of these, the way these guys are running, I'm assuming this is not going to be the last caution that we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment. Nope, crap. This. For chat, just reading it. I'm curious to see. Collis will get back on. One of the McCullis, I think, will get back on the lead lap. Pretty sure.
I think what was it, the 03? Had that engine expire there on him and
I think
had to use his fast repair, and I think
he
he's
made
gonna
it through the
he's
last.
back on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's very lucky that that car lasted as long as it did. He was able to get it just to the end of pit road.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Pace Truck is pulling off, and it looks like Joshua is going to be taking us back to the green in the 05 machine, and we are green flag racing. And the inside line they got a pretty good restart, but that outside line fighting back pretty hard. Looks like that 44 machine really wanting to get up to the point here. And he was able to do so and drop down instantly. That's going to leave the 56 kind of no man's land for a little bit. He does have a little bit of help in the O2 coming up behind him, but I don't know if it'll be enough. So they're probably going to fade back pretty quickly here.
And then let's see. So the biggest mover now is Eisbrink. He's up 25 positions from where he qualified. He's been involved in one wreck so far. Wasn't his fault. Just kind of got clipped at the very, very end of it. Going by.
Yeah, having a pretty good rebound from all the incidents that he's had here.
God, going through. Problem. Most of these guys are being pretty calm and quiet with it, though. Five is 113.
I said 55 got just a little bit loose off the bumper of the 113 right there, able to hang on to it.
84 is getting a pretty aggressive shove here from the 8 on the bottom. These guys have been up front the whole entire night. They've qualified 12th, 5th, 10th, 8th, and 11th. Top 5 right now. Not in order, just thrown up there where they qualified.
So you're starting to see this outside lane fall off again. You got Lee Campbell up there in that 60 car trying to lead the charge. The 56 been laying the bumper to him pretty good, but just not able to do anything with the rest of this outside line being so far apart here.
Yeah, some things just they're just not working for them at all. They're trying and trying and trying and trying, and sometimes you just don't have the momentum. You just kind of reset and feel like, hey, maybe we can get a car up here that'll push pretty good. Other guys are just bad at pushing. Some people love to push. I'm a pusher. I love to push. I feel like I'm stay pretty square. People will choose to go with me because they're like, yeah, this dude pushes like nobody else does. I know when to get off.
Yeah.
In the corners. You can push in the corners. People, I mean, it's biased heavily against it, but I feel like, I can get away with it. Guys in front of me are pretty comfortable with it. If you stay hooked onto their bumper before you get in the corner, there's no issue with it. When you try to hit them in the middle, that's when a lot of problems arise from that. They're 3 wide back here. I don't know how well this is going to work. Got a little bit of movement up front.
Yeah, that 50, I was going to say, that 56 kept laying the bumper to the back end of Lee Campbell there in that 60 car. And kept getting Lee kind of out of shape, and so either the 56 ended up going to the outside and stuffing Lee in the middle, and then somebody went with the 56, and the Truth went with 60, and we got it all sorted out back 2 wide here now.
Who is that? Somebody's moving around a lot. Blue and black car.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. A lot of movement up there.
113.
113. Who was moving around a lot. He was going top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. I thought he was about to wreck there for a minute.
But I was gonna say, that kind of been the story of the night though, with these aggressive pushes. It mellowed out there for a while, but you're starting to see it starting to pick back up again.
We have here.
Gosh, that side
Things are
drafting
getting tight.
is
Yeah,
getting very sketchy.
That 8 was going all the way towards the apron trying to get up. I don't know if he's trying to get under the 84 or if he was getting shoved from behind, but he was all over it.
Yeah, that 113 is going to be careful coming down the track trying to side draft people. I think he's done door checked about 2 or 3 people, and they're getting a little unhappy about it. So,
well, I tell you what, that 5 car out there on that outside lane, he's kind of making a charge, and he keeps throwing me off because whatever is going on with his paint scheme, man, it keeps changing from white to black. And see the way that the sun is hitting it, it's like transitioning colors. It's super weird.
He got really, really loose there for a second, too. I don't know if he got hit or if it's just aero something. The car just stepped out, but he caught it about 3 or 4 times and just kept driving it. He had to keep driving it at that point.
Yeah, you just got to keep your foot in it and hope for the best. Guys coming up on a lap car here. Always gets dicey with the lap cars. Luckily, they're kind of catching them mostly out the straightaway, but some of these guys are going to have to get by him here in the corner. Was that the 21 up there?
Yeah, it looks like that's who that was possibly. That top line's kind of stalled out a little bit now. They're not moving around too much at the moment.
Again, just all that kind of bobbing and weaving, I think it's really hurting their momentum.
is it just me or just? I mean, it looks like the track's getting kind of dark. All that shade over there, 1 and 2.
It is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the sun's shining bright there down the back straightaway, but in the corners it's in the shade.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's about to turn nighttime. It's about 3 p.m. sim time, so they're nowhere close to it being dark. It just threw me off for a little bit.
It looks like it may just be.
Ooh.
Man, that 8 car.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, the wreckage, Cody Manelli.
I don't think there's going to be a caution for that as they're in the grass. Try to get a look, see what happened here. Just a lot of shuffling. Looks like he got turned off somebody's nose.
I think that's Truth, I believe. Oh, that's Vandemark. It's nicked right
Just
down in front of Andrew. Andrew had nowhere to go. They'll get their blacks cleared because that was not. It's listed as an unsafe pit entry, but he couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, so that was a great save though by Andrew, keeping that thing straight going down pit road right there.
I'm very surprised Andrew didn't get into the wall there as hard as he got hit by Cody as he was coming down the track. But back to the live side of things, it looks like the leader's coming up on some lap traffic here, so those 2 lap cars are going to have to try to get up high and let everybody around if possible. Matter of fact, that might be Andrew, Teth, and Cody there.
Well, I tell you, I don't know what is going on with that 8 car, but he is down on the apron a lot at the around corner exits and stuff. I've seen him down there below that yellow line. I don't know how many times in the last handful of laps.
I wonder if he's trying to get a little bit of air to the car. Maybe he's getting a little hot.
Pretty low to be going, though. I don't know if he's, like, maybe not trying to check up, trying to keep his momentum or something, because he keeps keeping it flat-footed throughout that whole part of the track. Paulith and Melchar.
Oh, the 5 car goes around.
Oh, big wreck!
Just another bad push.
I looked at my other screen for just half a second, didn't see it until you said that. Still wrecking here.
Goodness. Like the 5 gets a bad push on the top side from the 4, just comes down right into the 23 and right hooks him.
Yep, 113 had nowhere to go. It's about 6 cars. Oh my gosh, Wayne Scott, how did you not? Was that Wayne
I say
Scott?
Kirby got some of that one.
Bonelli?
He got a little bit of
No.
it, but man, hard luck award winner again.
That's really going to help out Andrew, Teth, and Benelli. He was involved in something earlier with no caution come out. Just bad pushes all around today.
I don't think he's got too bad of damage. Check on Wayne Scott. Yeah, his damage is actually pretty minor, saying that he hit a car like that. I mean, right front looks like it's like dented a little bit, but I don't. He's far from over. Far from over for sure. See, come down pit road because you're at lap what? You're 134 of 200. 66 laps. You'll be 20-ish laps short. And you can short pit it though. Dang. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was just trying to calculate here. You know, try to. I mean, you're definitely going to be short if it were to go green the whole way and you pit now. You're definitely still going to be short, but
I feel like you pit though and you try to short pit it again.
yeah, I think that's what most of these guys are going to think about doing here.
Smart thing to do. Yeah, no one stayed out. Everybody's down pit road. Got a meatball and a black flag, possibly passed under yellow, maybe? Think of it being. .44 wins his race off the pit road, maintain the lead.
It looks like that same group of guys able to hold their spots there with the 44, 5, 84, and 8. I mean, they've been up there, top 4 guys most of this race.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what, like, I'm with y'all on what's going on with the 8 car there. It's like he's making some very weird moves. I'm not sure if it's like an evasive action just to be safe, or trying to keep the car temp down, or like you said, trying to keep his run up or what, but it's really awkward.
For these guys go back green, we will go on mute here. We'll have about 60-ish laps left. And we're back here. It looks like we'll have about 60-ish laps again until the checker flag is thrown. Pace truck just pulled off there as the green flag is in the air. We are back underway here again.
44 get a big jump there on the bottom. Gonna let 2 cars get in there behind them.
.137, go to lap 40. 40 laps, we'll get... Let's give him 43. That'll get him to 90, I think. No, 80. Yes? Yes, that'll get him to lap 80.
Yeah.
So
good 180, and then that'll leave 20 laps to the end of it.
yeah, so you're gonna
Yeah,
hit.
but some people might come down a little early and try to get on a little bit different of a strategy here so they can get away just in case there is a caution.
It's true.
Well, and I'm also sure that anytime after like the next 20, once that yellow flag falls, that everybody will be out there road. Because we ain't done with them yet, I guarantee it.
Sure, we're already seeing some movement here on the outside line. A couple people trying to drop down to the inside, just whipping it down there. So we're going to see if they're able to get a hard charge back up here towards the front. Honestly, it kind of seems like the top 5 guys are just content riding around as, you know, top 5 all receive payouts, I believe, at least the top 4.
Yeah, top 5 gets payouts plus a random draw, so.
Camera choose where we go right now. It's gonna pan through the field. Where it goes is where we'll go. Yeah.
That looks like it's taking us right around the start of the 2 wide here with the 5 car and the 18.
I think we'll see more high line with like 20 to go, and that's when they'll really start being aggressive. Is 20 to go, pushing harder than what we've seen.
Yeah, pushing a lot harder. You'll start seeing guys jumping up from the bottom lane to get up there to that top lane, try to either kill the momentum or pick up the momentum, one or the other. It's going to get really interesting with 20 to go. We're right around that 20 to go mark, like you said.
Just keep it kind of on this second lane back here, because that's when all the action will happen, if anything does happen. That is a little bit of movement there. I don't know what that was. That was odd to see. Eighteen's not making a lot of progress up front, so he's kind of just stalled out this high line. I think they can get probably someone from the 5th or 4th line to jump up. They'll have a shot.
Yeah, just not getting that momentum that they need to make any kind of headway. See the 42, Jonathan Stidham, giving a little bit of a bump there, but getting himself loose in the process. Is going to get stuck up there on that high side. He's going to go backwards here a little bit.
And now the thing with fuel is they're coming, 20 or 18 laps you can pit and then make it to the end. You got to have a full tank. But do you do that, or do you wait a little bit further, or how do you play this? This is just one of the weird things now. It's like, what do you do?
I mean, me personally, I would wait, probably come down just a little bit earlier than everyone else. That way, if a caution does fly, I don't have to come back down to pits again, and I can stay out here. But also, just so me and my teammates can get lined up and be ready for the end of the race.
Oh, there somebody goes. I don't know who that is.
45.
Somebody hard to
Warp.
the inside.
45, what it looks like. Where's he at?
Still trying to get it saved here.
Guns
Gonna
it down
keep
the
it out.
inside.
Oh, just barely kissed the wall.
Try to get a look here and see what happened.
We got just a little bit 3 wide there for a second.
Door slammed.
Got a little tight. And, yeah.
Car is headed for that inside wall for
not
sure.
having a good time today.
Did a good job of minimizing the damage. Just a kiss at the end of it. Had to be a bump gone wrong or something like that.
It looked like the outside line just decided to try to go 3 wide there, and the hole closed, and unfortunately Ryan Ward getting the bad end of that.
Oh yeah.
This said Lee Campbell was stuck up there on that outside. Got really close here.
One of the McCullis is back up there.
I think we're starting to get that long race aggression going here as I'm listening to a little bit of the radio, and I've heard a few people getting a little unhappy with some others, so we're getting to about that point.
Yep. The
Oh,
intensity is going to rise. The attitudes are going to start showing a little bit. It's about to be interesting.
yeah, and we did get told to watch out for like Josh and a couple other people, and he's been up front most of the race, and it looks like his teammates finally working their way back through the field here after some incidents, and I got a feeling the incidents ain't over here.
And I'll tell you, I had to kind of look to see if the 44 there that's leading this field was on the same team somehow as Joshua there in the 05. Because I keep seeing him do the same thing Joshua was doing to the 03, and that was kind of moving up in the corner and allowing that back car to get a little bit of air to the radiator. And these guys are not teammates, so some really good co-opetition going on between these guys here. That 44 letting that 5 car breathe a little bit in the corners and get some air to keep him from blowing up.
We did hear after the LCQ that some people might not be teammates, but if it comes to having to work together with them, they know they can trust them. So, but it looks like the 8 car going to jump to the outside, potentially looking to get up here to the front. And remember, he's been the guy that's been real big on trying to get down there and get that side draft. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he's been really strong with that side draft. The 56 has been one of the ones that's been really aggressive on the pushing. So we're going to combine those two together here and see what's going to happen.
And I mean, part of what I think makes the side draft for the 8 car look more serious, he goes down there and then instantly kind of comes back up. He doesn't really necessarily hold it down there. And it just really is, you see the 56 had to back off of him there just so he
Now
didn't
the 5
spin him.
moving up to the top.
They're bobbing and weaving. They're going everywhere.
Say McCullough there with a strong move out there, moving up in front of the 8. To get himself pushed right back to the front of this pack here.
They're gonna
56 just a little looser on the top side.
You're getting a little too close for my liking. I don't know if I want to be that close to somebody. Like they're gonna come down and door you and netcode you and do something that they don't mean to do. It just happens.
Yeah, man, we've seen more times that code has been a part of something that it really you would really like to see.
Yeah, that 27 Durain Drummond moving down in front of Austin Smith in that 23 car, and I thought he was about to get a very big bump there, but that 23 wisely letting off the gas a little bit and kind of just letting the dude self-clear herself. Man, it is so dark in 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, that shade definitely showing through here.
Old Timothy Osborne having some issues inside, just checking out bad.
Top line, it's like they form and then they just unform really quickly. They just don't do much after that. There's an issue.
I will say it does take a couple laps to get that line going pretty good, but you gotta have some people up there. Like the 24 needs to be not necessarily on the back bumper of the 22, but he needs to be really close to him.
My goodness, that 4th car on line. I'm trying to see who that is. Almost lost it there on the exit of turn 2 there.
It looks like we got another 3 wide situation that, cleared itself up pretty quickly there.
Outside line's coming again, though. Can they just stay nose to tail is the question. If they can, they should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the biggest problem with it. You know, they get themselves out there where they're in a strong enough group to make something happen, but then all the bobbing and weaving and moving up and moving down, it breaks the momentum of that outside line. They're just not able to get anything going.
The main
You see
issue
them
is
guys
something you brought up.
falling.
The main issue being something you brought up earlier, pushing in the corner. As we seen, some of the people holding the lead very early in this race, they wasn't even pushing in the corner. It was only pushing on the straights.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, they held the lead for a long time until they got involved in a wreck. And at that point, I mean, that was kind of out of their control.
Right.
So maybe take a few notes for them fellas.
24 is getting a little. He's kind of moving up and down now. Tad, so we gotta watch him.
And the thing of it is that 24 is 7 laps down. Well, they're doing that with Joshua Norton there.
Oh, we're getting squirrely on that outside line.
Oh, there they
Got a
go.
couple
Still
cars
moving
trying-
around.
Man. It seems like they're thinking about taking it 3 wide, but they're not quite doing it. It's just all over the place, and that caused a huge momentum loss on that outside lane.
Yeah, I got just a little bit of a thought running through my brain here, but I'm not going to speak on it.
I think I just heard someone blow a motor. I don't know if y'all heard that or not.
See anybody on track slow? They should be fine. What I see right now.
Could have been. I wonder if somebody in the pits might have blew a motor or something.
Let's talk about blown motor. Blown motor to the front is Kenneth McAuliffe. Blew it early, able to coast in the pits and able to get crash repair used and get back on track. He lost 1 lap, but then he got the lap back.
Yeah, if he can get hooked back up with his teammates, I mean, they were absolutely dominant early in this race. So we're going to see how that plays out there. I believe the fuel window should be opening any time here for these drivers. About 6 or 7 more laps here to be able to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, anything. Oh, Timothy Eisman!
Well, that's definitely going to change things up as he is going to come back.
Gosh, Lee Campbell. Hard hit into the 92.
I'm going to find Eisman. It kept switching up as he is. That car is destroyed. Back wheels are not turning at all on that car.
Yeah, I think the car he came up in front of might have got even more damage than him there.
No, that's a big stack up in front of him. Huge stack up. So this happened way before Eisman. Who does it start on? Yeah, there's that's fast here. Real speed. Somebody stacks this lineup. That's a big stack up. He goes down to the bottom. The 27's innocent bystander. Locks it or tries to get it stopped in the grass, and 60 gets destroyed.
And the Osborne's credit there, he was clear before that checkup, but that checkup, slowed him down so much. About the time he was trying to come down the track to get to the bottom, I mean, the hole was filled already.
Yeah, there was nothing he could do.
Yeah, I heard Eisman come over and apologize to the 27 for that. He said his spotter said it was clear, but and like you said, he was clear until that checkup, and then the closing rate on that checkup was just too quick, and that gap filled really quick.
They're on. Oh gosh.
I was say we are just outside the window of making it here to the end of the race on one stop here.
I mean, there is potential they could be
There's
able to make it. I'm
potential.
pretty sure they went farther than 40 laps, like that one field round we did get. So you're probably going to see people backing down the pace a little bit and driving a little calm here to potentially save fuel till the end.
I was going to
And
say
I see,
I'm kind of wondering how many drivers are going to they're going to come down, and no matter what happens, this is going to be their final pit stop. They are going to stay out until the end of this thing because, I mean, we have to anticipate we're still going to have more cautions to come. You can clutch, you can shut the car off, you can save fuel under these cautions to extend that fuel out. But it's, how many of these drivers are going to just say, okay, this is it, my last pit stop, no matter what, unless I'm caught up in something, and are
and
going to take
then
that gamble to try to make it all the way to the end of this thing.
not to mention they can come down pits again and get extra fuel. And then, I mean, by the time we go green, it's probably going to be about what, lap 158 here. So maybe 159. So, I mean, realistically, they probably don't have to save, I mean, at all, because they should be able to go over 40 laps just naturally, I would imagine.
We're gonna have to see who tops it off. It's gonna be close.
And unfortunately, that caution is going to end the day of Truth Hilk in the 55, Lee Campbell there in that 60, and Timothy Eisman in the 92. No fast repairs left for them guys, and unfortunately, those three are loading them up on the hauler for the night.
Who's gonna top off? I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Who comes back down?
Yeah, and hopefully nobody here stayed out on that first pit stop and tries to come down the second time, because they will get a black flag for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a hard lesson learned here for a couple guys.
Yeah. You can come in early before pits are open. You only get an EOL, but if you come in on that second lap, I believe it is a drive-through.
Or thought about it.
I mean, if I'm in the back here, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it on down and top off on fuel just to be safe.
Stidham, Will, and Alex Teft will top it off. That's a smart move. You can sit in your pit box for a while too. When you get fuel, you don't have to immediately go out. You will be able to make it.
Yeah, that is true. But at the same time, you still got to kind of catch up to the field. So I feel like you're going to, I mean, burn it regardless.
Yeah, true. Well,
But, I mean, go ahead.
I feel like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just weird.
It depends on how long you sit in your pit box, too. I mean, if you're able to come out and not run that fast to catch up, it's one thing. But if you have to floor it to get caught up because you're about to go green and you don't want to lose the draft, I mean, it's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
But we are in the final stages of this race, and the aggression is definitely going to kick it up a notch. As, I mean, we shouldn't realistically have to pit again.
Unless you have to use your fast repair, you're not going to be going down pit road again. It's going to be run it dry.
Yeah, the only thing, we're anticipating that 40 laps, but the other thing we're not anticipating are the 3 attempts at a green and white checkered. So, we've got to factor in those 6 extra laps, and Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be even closer now, though. You
Yeah, I
factor that in.
did not factor that in.
Now, I mean, real quick, are we sure we have 3 Grand 1 checkered attempts? Because I know during the actual thing we only had 1.
Yeah,
So,
I looked at the race information before we started here, and feature events got 3 attempts.
Green flags
just
back in
wanted
the
to double
air.
check on that.
Aubrey Thompson leads them back to green. The 8. Oh gosh. Blake Cannon is lucky, or Chase is being very forceful with Blake. Blake is very kind to that 8 right now. Don't know if he should be though.
Hearing that the eight
Check here
car might have gotten
something.
a black flag on the restart there. Race control is going to be reviewing this.
Yeah, I mean, to his credit, it does look like the 03 is hanging back quite a bit there. I mean, he is holding his speed, but
These guys are about to wreck each other. They're moving around a lot. I mean, a lot. Lots going on.
yeah, you'll have that on these big jobs.
That's why I'm not race control.
Yeah, it looks like race control is going to clear that.
08 and 44. They're being pretty nose to tail with each other. I don't think I still don't think you need to be that close. You got 40 laps.
Oh, the 8
And
going
speaking
around.
of that,
I was
there
saying the
goes the 8.
aggression finally bit him.
Yep. Then that is a huge wreck. I can't even get everybody in the picture that I need to.
Say two of the
Rewind it.
top 4 drivers there involved in that one with the 8 and the 84.
And I think what happened there is when the 8 moved up, he got really loose.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
think
it
he got
just,
loose on himself, and then the bump from the 84 sent him going.
yep. And just unfortunate there, but a lot of drivers involved in this. A lot of people going down pits, and
Oh, he
jeez.
just got really loose. I mean, that car stepped out immediately on him. You can
Yeah, he
see
whipped
the
it up
rear
her
end
really
kick out.
hard.
Yeah, he just got extremely loose. That rear end rose up immediately, and then it's
Yeah.
on from there. It's in front of the whole pack, literally the whole field. Some guys were able to make it through, others weren't.
Yeah, and I hate to be, that guy, but I don't think clearing that black flag helped him much there, but
No, it did not.
after that one.
Now,
Sorry, we got to make a little bit of jokes up here. We've been in the booth almost all day. I got to get a few pot shots in just to have a little fun. It's no offense to anybody. Please don't take any offense to it,
Got 10 drivers out right now. How do you top off again? Or, yeah, I think you just wait. Yeah. You're just going to hold it
I
here.
mean, unless I got damage, I'm staying out, especially if I'm up here in the lead.
Yeah, you can definitely get more fuel. No need for that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with there being another caution, we just came down pits. I mean, what did we get? One full lap, basically? I mean, you're saving a lot of fuel right now. And who was that just went around to get a lap back?
Like that. Ryan Warp is who it was.
Ryan Work going to be back on the lead lap here, I believe. After being involved in a wreck earlier. And I think things are only going to get crazier from here at this point, so make sure you tighten up your seatbelts, guys, because it's about to get interesting. Yeah.
yeah, the patience has worn off, and the aggressiveness has started to rise.
Yeah, and I'm very surprised we didn't hear anything over the radio after that last wreck, honestly. Uh, Still some guys biting their tongues here and just...
I didn't know there was patience to begin with.
Man, and I feel for race controllers. You know, these big events, they're really busy.
Yeah, lots of things going on here with penalties and stuff like that. And
They're having to clear black flags. Like, just to give y'all an example, they've had to clear at least 6 black flags for passing under yellow because someone wasn't able to get called up to the field, plus figure out who was the cause of the wreck and everything else. I mean, you know, we got to give appreciation out to race control, and their say is final. I mean, they look at it from every possible angle and try to get every bit of info before they make a decision.
absolutely, she does a great job up there in the race control room, and don't give race control enough credit. We do our broadcast, so
Yeah, no,
shout out to her for taking this on each and every week.
and not to mention, you know, by herself, not even with no help there as well.
Yeah,
A lot of
I
race
mean, of course,
controls, they work in groups of 2 or 3, and I mean,
as I say, of course, it's great. She does an absolutely great job up there. Unless I'm in the race and I'm the one with the penalty that she doesn't clear or something like that, then she does a terrible job. But
well, it's a good thing you're never in the race, really, huh?
that's exactly right.
Even when you're in the race, you're not in the race, sir. I
Yeah,
mean, they
yeah,
got a speed
exactly.
requirement in these things, I think now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
burn.
you gotta be super, somewhat fast to be able to run here. And yeah, I don't
Yeah,
qualify to do that anymore. So
that's why I retired from racing. I'm just too slow. Well, now's a big time to crack open a beer if you got one.
oh, now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was 163 laps ago. Dang.
You gotta have them road beers, road beverage,
Exactly.
If you ain't
driving
drinking while you're
juice,
driving.
driving juice.
That's right. I swear, Ossifer, I'm perfectly sober.
Before we go green flag here, it'd be a very cool idea, and it'd be absolutely hilarious if we had everyone in a video call, like proving that they were taking a shot like every lap or something,
Oh my god.
and doing a full length race.
Somebody's done that. I know they have. But green flag is back in the air. We will have 37 laps left here. So full fuel run. They should be good to the end if they don't start beating and banging off each other before they even get to turn 1. That 44 wants to lead, and he is not going to get it.
No help up
He's
there
got
on
a
that
big
top
push
side.
coming from the 23 here. I mean, might be able to do something here on the backstretch if Steve Castle's able to get to the back at the 23 as well.
Ridiculous what that was. I don't know why he did that.
Top side starting to fall off again.
Oh, 44 tried to self-clear himself. He made it work. It looks like he's trying to get under, I believe that's the 27 of Dwayne, and being very aggressive at the moment. I don't know if y'all caught that on stream or not, but
I may have caught it. That
I
05
think
is.
it did. Somebody also voiced their displeasure with the self clear too. So not making any friends right now with about
not only
35
did
laps to go.
he self-cleared and then stuck his nose under somebody and moved him up the track. I mean, he's trying to keep himself up here, so. But it is getting crunch time, so I kind of understand it at the same time.
Biggest mover now is Castle. He's up 33 positions from where he started.
And don't look now, we are 3 wide back here.
It's true. Looks like half of them aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like it quickly dissipated back to 2 wide here. But someone had other plans. As the 05 shoots it back 3 wide, and he's going to have a couple takers behind him as they're going to be trying to work their way back up through the field here. I believe that's Joshua. And they are making it work just with 2 cars up there right now. They are gaining some spots here, so.
Three wide. I don't know if that's, I think those are lap cars that they're trying to get by. That's someone that may have ducked out. I think Smith may have ducked out there. He's probably looking at his fuel and thinking that he's not going to have enough, so he's going to want to save a little bit more. It'd be a bad idea to do that, though.
And a huge push coming up through the middle lane. 113 moved up the track and maybe thought they were going to go with them, and they ended up not doing that. And they got a huge push to the back of that 44 machine.
Somebody in the wall right there coming through the triangle. Not sure who that was up there. Is that the 113?
May have been the 113 there. But it looks like it could have been. '27's backing up that high line there. He's not getting them going at all.
And taking a look at YouTube chat, we've got someone saying they're here because they like iRacing but don't play iRacing. Well, I think it's about how most of us got started, honestly. I hopped into a stream, seen someone race, and I was like, hey, I want to try that out. And I was like, playing NASCAR, I believe Heat 5 at the time. Definitely a big transition.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked iRacing. I started doing iRacing, and then I didn't quite like it as much.
Yeah, well, here's the thing with iRacing is that it was fine. You know, I think around 2021 is when it picked up a little bit. It was fine then. The issue is that it's gotten more popular, and the people that are doing it don't have any idea what they're doing. They don't have any racecraft, and they just wreck each other. Like they treat it like heat. Like that's not how this works. Like there's physics. There's actual physics in this game. So as it's gotten more popular, it's made the company more money, but it's also made the racing worse overall. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, you ask a lot of the longtime members of iRacing, and they'll tell you what really hurt the quality of, like, say, the official races was when COVID hit, and everybody started getting into iRacing to as a way to pass the time, and you know, a lot of them really never took to it to actually try to learn any kind of racecraft, and you know, and it's just kind of progressively gotten worse from there, at least on the official side standpoint, and that's coming from a lot of the big name, like, I guess, influencers, if you will, the more popular guys on YouTube or Twitch. You know, they've all said the same thing. Is, you know, the whole pandemic is kind of what really took the quality of this sim down, because it got so popular during that, and just people didn't want to put the time in that everybody else had.
As that was going on, the McCulloughs somehow made their way up front. I didn't catch it because I was kind of looking mid-pack and zoomed out a little bit. That 56 probably isn't honestly in a bad spot. He'll be actually able to probably save more fuel. He may be a little bit short as there they go.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about saving fuel at this point. And we got another wreck ahead of them.
I wish it would pan to these wrecks, but they are everywhere. 22:43. Andrew somehow makes it through, and he may have just smacked the wall there. Let's see what we got. 45. Someone just got DQ'd because of incident points. Alex Teft and Dwayne Drummond. This is weird. What happened here? 50. Who was with? 50 was involved.
We are starting to hear a little bit of radio chatter here, so people are starting to finally get a little aggravated.
I can't
I mean,
find
it
this
is
50.
getting close to the end of the race.
Very Finn, let's do this. Okay. Trying to find the 50. I'm laid back in my chair the whole way. So Benelli gets. I don't know what you make of that. If Rick Captain's behind him, the
As I
45.
said, almost like the 50 started to get a run on Benelli and had to check up. And when he checked up, he got a little shot from the 45 and got him loose. And
Yeah, there was 2 wrecks up there. I don't even know what in the world is going on. I don't know what happened up there. So who's wrecking up here?
That would be the 50 as well, or the guy you was on just a moment ago.
Yeah, so Terry. So it's Terry again. Old Terry LeBonte. Where's he at? There it is. But he finally got Benelli, I guess. That's odd. I don't get what happened there.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it
I
looks
don't
like
know
he
if he
tried to
got
shoot the
Benelli or
middle after that
Benella.
initial incident, but Nelly came down on him. That's just from my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think he wrecked
Yeah,
him the
as I
second
say,
time on purpose either. I don't think that was his. I don't know what was going on.
I think it was kind of a combination of them two 50 kind of trying to shoot that, and the 19 trying to come down, and they just came together.
I mean, at that point, the 50 was already out of shape. Probably just got his car collected and was like, okay, I could breathe for a second. And then boom, that happened. And this is unfortunate
Exactly.
like there. But lap 173 should be going back green on lap 175 for about a 25 lap shootout here. And we still got 3 green white checkers and, waiting. Hopefully, we don't have to use them all here.
Yeah, I don't know though. The way these guys have been running, we might burn through all 3 of them.
Yeah, I still think the aggression's only at about a 5 right now.
Oh yeah, it's not fully developed yet.
Let's see, it's about 4:25 sim time. Track temp has went down about 2 degrees currently, so it's interesting. The wind has shifted from, I believe, I think I said the west earlier. It's currently blowing to the north, but not hard enough for it to make a difference. But it does seem like these guys are getting a lot more loose here the latter half of this race. And we got Cody in the chat saying pinball wizard.
Hey man, at least it's not on the apron this race.
I watch what? I watch watching COD. Oh, okay. This was before that. So they'll go green with how many laps left? Like 20-ish?
Should be like right around 25.
26 laps. No. 24. Yes. 24 laps. But they'll get the green. Something just came up on my feed. What is it? Ex-USA woman versus men.
Something just snapped. Something inside of me. I no longer cared about beating Kakarot. Oh, come on 5, come on 7, time to go. Yeah, it is getting time to go, but I got a feeling we're gonna have a couple more cautions here.
That's very true. That could possibly happen here easily.
Honestly, saying a couple's being a little generous. I'm saying probably about a good 4 or 5 more cautions here.
I say
Hopefully they prove me wrong.
should have some betting lines over or under.
Over under. Well, I don't have the ability to throw up a poll in the chat. I don't know if Andrew Teth is available to do so. It looks like he's currently still on the tracks. So
Let me see. I might be. I might be. Hold on.
If you're able to, let's start up a poll for over or under 5 cautions.
All right, well, you get that or you get this race while I throw up that poll.
Yeah, I got you. And it looks like we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Joshua going to be leading us back to the green here. Probably going to jump down in front of Kenneth if I had to guess, as he's been doing for most of the race here. But he has been pushed by Justin at the moment in the 84 machine. And he does drop down very quickly, Justin, kind of in no man's land, as he does not have no one behind him to push. And that is going to allow for the 05 and the 03 to get together and go on sailing here on the inside lane. We do have a little bit of a wiggle out of, I believe that was the 14 machine to Danny Jackson.
Got go do it on my computer. I can't do it on my phone for some reason.
It's an absolute jag race down the back stretches. There's only 2 cars on the outside, bumper to bumper right now, and they're holding on pretty strong. That 23 coming to give a little bit of aid to help them as well. But he is going to drop to the inside, and they're going to start falling like a rock here. They got a little bit of a looseness coming out of that car on the outside.
My goodness, these guys are bobbing and weaving all over the bottom side here. Down below the yellow.
It must be learning from Muhammad Ali, you know, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee here as they're bobbing and weaving trying to dodge. I guess it'd be more like Mike Tyson, peekaboo style, huh?
There we go. Polls up finally.
There we go.
I was saying it could be that they're implying the 5 D's of dodgeball too. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
You gotta, if anything's gonna happen, it'll be a wreck, and then we got that's for sure. My boy's been hanging in the back waiting for the end, and honestly, that's not a bad strategy by any means. If you're able to keep your nose clean and be in a position to have a chance towards the end, that's the best thing to do. And it does look like he's making his way up through the field in that 5 machine, currently sitting 5th actually. 7 machine not too far behind him. So they're in a very good spot as long as they can avoid any mishaps here.
See that 45's up high with that 10 going down below him. 45, I think he's a lap down, I believe.
Holy cow, that push on the outside about went really bad.
Oh, triable. It almost went even worse right there. Somebody's blinking, and they're back. 684, 113. That is close right there. Whoever just jumped down right in front of that. That was a gutsy call.
You know who I'm really impressed with today? Steve Castle. He's been able to keep that car relatively clean and near the front almost the entire race here. I mean, he's doing an absolute phenomenal job out of the Racers Elite here. And that Joshua, he's honestly impressed me too. He's been up near the front almost the entire race.
Yeah, it looks like right now Steve is going to be the highest running Racers Elite kind of regular that in the field right now.
Yeah, biggest mover
overall. After that, you got to go back to position 13 for Kirby Wainscott.
Yeah, Andrew Tiff right behind him. But, I mean, we know how they are. Coming to the final laps, they'll find a way to try to get up there. As will a lot of these other drivers.
Oh, I saw that coming. Oh, my gosh. And they're wrecking behind.
Oh, the leaders are wrecking. Oh,
and
my
that's going to be the whole field. Literally the whole field involved in that.
Yeah, this one actually is the whole field now.
That's not even a joke at this point. That is going to be the Daytona parking lot presented by Geico.
I saw one of the McCulloughs move up, and he moved up so quickly. I was like, this is not going to end up well. Which McCullough was it, though? Was it? No, it wasn't Kenneth. No, it was Kenneth. He jumped up, and I knew that was going to happen as soon as he did that. I saw that coming as soon as he jumped up.
And
I think one of the questions that we have to ask now are how many guys are going to be able to finish this race?
That
Because
is
I'm
true.
seeing
Oh my
guys
gosh.
getting, I'll say, because I'm seeing guys getting removed for incident points here as well. So
There is no way this 5 made it through without there. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Yeah, let's watch this here from the onboard of the 5 car. Wow, good heads up driving to get down on the apron very quickly there, and he avoided every bit of that. Wow,
Someone else made it through too. I gotta see who that was. Who is this
might have
car?
been the 84.
No, it's just 20 is who it is. We'll go and look at him.
Corey Crowell,
Oh,
another one of
holy,
the
that looks.
another one of the guys that shows up for a lot of these races here for Racers Elite.
Man, if he
Oh
is
my
live,
gosh.
he
The
definitely got a very great onboard.
the
The Red
seas
Seas
literally
just parted for
parted.
him.
And look at this. Literally opens right in front of him.
I think
I mean,
that deserves wreck avoidance of the race right there.
That definitely does.
well, we'll be back after this caution here after everyone goes and gets their change of the pins and gets cleaned up because we definitely had the Code Brown moment here. Let's check out. There's another McKellar wreck. And how many are left after that wreck? There should still be quite a few cars left, but there are gonna be quite a few people with a lot of damage probably.
I'll say right now, it looks like I'm showing the top 16 cars of being on the lead lap.
It's crazy to think we started with 40 cars. I don't even know how many are actually still running at this point.
I was gonna say one thing I'm just now noticing too is after all this here, Mr. Racers Elite Super Speedway Professional Kensley Smith officially back on the lead lap here, right towards the end of this thing, running in P13. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for him to see if he can make his way to the front of this thing by the end of it.
And I'm wondering if he's P13 or P7 because I think the iRacing thing hasn't quite updated it yet.
It could be, but all I know is that Kinsley is back on the lead lap, and that's going to put him right in the mix of this.
And it looks like Cody Benelli is going to be directly starting on the outside of him here. So if they're able to get to working together, it might be in a good spot. Ryan Warp also in the picture, Andrew Teft all around each other. But Joshua, I don't know if he's got any more teammates left up there because I think all his team just got involved in that incident. I believe Kenneth got really, really damaged there.
That's one caution. So right now we're still in the under 4.5.
Yeah, we still got about 18, probably 17 laps to go when they cross the line.
Plus, they're going to watch checkers.
Yep.
Hopefully we not have to use those. I remember I watched one stream. This is like 2 or 3 years ago. They were at Gateway. They literally could not do one lap. Like they ran out of time, and it was the last 40 minutes of the race. They could not do 2 laps to end it. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous.
You remember back when NASCAR didn't have like a set amount of restarts?
Yeah, they could have won drivers a lot of races.
Yeah, it was like unlimited attempts at the green white checker.
Gosh.
It was go until you saw the white flag. That was it. Many attempts as it took until you saw the white flag.
I've seen some crazy things during green white checkers. People that were almost about to run out of fuel and then somehow had enough fuel to do like 3 green white checkered attempts. And just stuff like that is absolutely insane.
I don't understand that.
Man, YouTube, can you quit giving me ads every 2 seconds? Like, Jesus.
pace truck is getting ready to pull off here, though. We got someone that says, one says over. So we're 50-50 on over-under.
Yeah, I'm the over. I ain't even gonna lie about it.
We got 12 votes, but green flag is getting ready to come back out here as it is back out. They will have 19 or 18 laps left here. And black flag already for Kinsley Smith. I don't know how he got one. He should not have one. That should be cleared.
I believe up the passing or the yellow, it's probably going to be looked at and cleared here. We'll have to see what the race control decides to do. But
Yeah, it has been cleared already.
Joshua continue to lead here. Austin Smith on behind him, giving him a good push. But Joshua doesn't have as much help as he did earlier, so we're going to have to see how he does whenever he doesn't have his team backing him here.
Yeah, you're going to have to play defensive here.
Man, I mean, I'm still seeing smoke on the track from that last Rick.
Yeah, it looks like
they're
it's
just driving through
rising.
the speedy dry. They're just going through that speedy dry.
Still being pretty generous. 5's still up there, able to weave his way through it, leading that outside line. Gonna need some help though. He's got literally no one with him up there in that line.
And I don't want to say his name, but Cody Benelli back towards the front of this thing after everything he's been through today is absolutely insane.
Cody having a heck of a rebound.
And I think Steve Castle's going to be out loading it up on the hauler as he has disconnected from the race today. That's unfortunate for him as he was running very well as well.
Yeah, field getting smaller and smaller here.
We're looking pretty good right now. Not seeing anything too crazy yet. Believe we're going to be 15 to go as we cross the line this time.
That 5 is making his way up front a little, just slowly. You got 15 15 votes, 53% over, 47 under.
Hopefully these guys prove us wrong then and we hit the under.
Oh, there's a second one. Jackson and the 5.
And that just came out of nowhere. I don't even...
Yeah, that one there was weird.
I saw the 5 move down, so maybe it net coded him into him.
Looked like the 5 came down, went back up, and then
yeah, it came back down on him again.
Came up, and 5 went down at the same time. Just honestly, I'm gonna be blunt here. That was just an uncalled for caution there.
Yeah,
that definitely didn't need to happen.
5's toe links broke, so he might be out of it for him. Looking pretty bad on it.
Well, you know, Joshua's got to be loving this right now. It gives him another chance to get a good restart and continue to be in the lead here. But
that is true.
How long are people going to continue to let him keep the lead? I think someone just blew a motor. Heard that clear as day. Might have been on pits.
Yes, it has to have been on pits because everybody else is under power.
So I don't see nobody smoking. Could just be iRacing trolling me and making me hear stuff, you know. And hello, Sonic. Welcome in. Appreciate you for joining. And we appreciate everybody stopping by. I believe we have about 70, 73 viewers in here at the moment, and we hope you're enjoying the end of this Daytona 500.
Was that they've been treated to an action-packed race here so far. That is for sure.
Speaking of action packed, I mean, we're getting ready to be almost 10, 11 laps to go. If you think it's been action packed now, wait until we get down to about 5.
Yeah,
Coming to the closing lap.
I was saying, I seen some guys dipping down pit road here. I know Andrew Teft, 98. I saw him dip down. A couple other guys that were a little bit further back in the field here, coming down pit road to, I'm sure, to get themselves enough fuel to make sure that they're going to be able to cover the 3 attempts at a green white checkered should we need them.
Yeah, maybe even potentially to get just a small amount of damage fixed or something maybe we missed that happened there.
We're gonna have 15 drivers in 13 or 14. 14 in contention. We got a lot of guys sitting on pit road getting damage fixed. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know if you'd try to ride in the middle and wait for another wreck, or if you try to get up front and get ahead of the wreck. I don't know. I just don't know what you do here.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
will
I think
say.
if it,
Oh, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, I think if it were me, I'd try to start making my way to the front because most of the issues I think we're seeing are coming from the mid to back. So I think I try to work my way to the front at this point.
Yeah, just get out and away from it.
Looking at this statistically here, though, you know, most of the time the race winners do not come necessarily from the front. They come typically, I would say, from like fourth back. Uh, Typically, someone gets up there on that outside line, ends up getting a move, and able to come around on the last lap and get a race winning move here. But we'll have to see how that plays out here. I believe only 14 cars on the lead lap, maybe 15.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm seeing 15 right now on the lead lap. Andrew Teft, the 98, being the last one on the lead lap.
This field is just absolutely whittled down. Just imagine we were this far into the race with 40 cars still. Talk about being hectic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got Richard Yode saying sucks not being able to race this year, but it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, unfortunately, Richard having the issues there in the closing stages of the last chance qualifier, and unfortunately not making the field here tonight.
Alrighty, folks, we are re-racked and stacked, getting ready to come back to the green flag for 11 more laps here. And we're going to have to see if we can get a decent green flag run and maybe avoid another caution, another quick caution here.
Let's say, where are we on the caution counter for the over-under at 2, right?
Yeah, we're at 2 right
I think
now.
we're only at 2.
So we need 3 more to hit the over, which is currently winning the poll.
I'm really hoping we don't hit the over, because I think it's 4 or more.
Over's winning with 59%. Under's at 41, and there's 17 votes.
Mm.
Oh, Cody, we've seen it up in the booth, bud. We've seen it up in the booth. No one else knows what you said, but we've seen it up in the booth, bud.
A little bit of that race chatter made us laugh a little bit there out of the night, too. Cody Pinelli.
All right. Looks like that 05 machine is going to be leading us back to green again this time. And we are green, green, green in the United Reynolds restart zone. And that 05 coming out to a really good jump. Looks like Aubrey Thompson, that 56 machine, going to be pushing the absolute heck out of him coming into 1 and 2. But that 23 machine, Austin Smith, fighting really hard on that outside by himself right now. Looking for a little bit of a push, I believe, coming from that 20 machine of Corey Crowell.
I would say we got a couple of the Racers Elite regulars up there, battling for a top spot. Got Corey Crowell right there
They're about to wreck
in
again.
that 20.
There they go.
Oh, the record. Oh, and Josh McCullough going to be involved in this one.
Another push gone wrong.
And again, this is just one of those wrecks that definitely shouldn't happen there. Like, just an all uncalled for incident there, as I believe they were almost about to go 3 wide.
45 warp.
Big checkup on the outside.
84 didn't even try to force it middle. He just kind of ended up there. Someone got DQ'd for incident points halfway through that.
Your Tef 98 able to get through there clean. But unfortunately, Cody Benelli and Sean Denaway getting a little bit of a piece of that one.
And unfortunately for Joshua, he's been running up front all race. I mean, just
And
got turned and nowhere to go. I mean,
yeah, been up front all race long.
he might still have a fast repair left, though.
Oh, he has. Yeah, I guarantee you, he still got that fast repair. He hasn't needed any kind of repairs all day today. So,
but we'll have to try to work his way back through the field here, because this is going to put him back in that about 14th, 15th spot, most likely. So let's see.
it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to race his way back up here to the front.
Yeah, it is starting to turn into a little bit of a wreck fest, but these guys are fighting for a lot of money, so they're just getting a little overly aggressive. They see a hole, they're trying to take it. I mean, about a little under 10 laps to go here, and that whole incident started with the checkup there, and just absolutely nowhere to go.
Trying to read. Somebody's typing a long paragraph. I want to see what it is, but I haven't finished it, so I can't.
One time there was somebody in one of the servers I was in for a league race, and they started typing and got up and left their computer. And I think they left it like that for almost 2 days, and somebody finally was like, what the hell are you typing, a novel?
I don't
The
understand.
dude was like, oh.
I don't get how people like just leave their PCs like that, like leave them running for like 2 days. Like I've had to go in rooms and like kick people out of the Discord because they've been in there for like 3 days.
They just get up and forget about it sometimes, You get mad and you don't catch your PC off right away and you walk away, and it could be in a whole separate room, or you don't go in there for a full week because you're working or something. In most cases.
I know that I'm like, dang, like y'all gonna like realize this?
But I mean, through all this wreckage and stuff, we got a couple people who had a very rough start of at the race today, and it looks like they're actually going to be able to get a decent finish.
I was going to say, take a look at who's currently sitting in P6 here. 15, Kensley Smith. He was down 3 laps at one point. Able to get those laps back, put himself right back in the mix of this.
Ooh, and I believe the 84 is going to get a black flag drive-through for that last incident there. So that's going to take him out of the contention for the moment, depending if we have any more cautions. If he's even able to get down to the pits to serve the black flag. I mean, we haven't even been able to make it a full lap around for anyone to serve any black flags, so we'll have to see how that goes here.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. I mean, he's going to have the EOL here, so he'll be able to be in the back already, but whether we can get that lap in or not is going to be a whole other thing.
Yeah, and I believe the pace truck should be pulling off next time by, so we should be going green with about 7 laps to go. And I think Austin Smith's going to opt to take the outside line here, try to get in front of Corey Crowell on that inside.
Yeah, they'll have 6 laps to go.
We have drastically seen the size of our field shrink here over the last couple of cautions.
Racetrack is getting ready to pull in here. 3 cautions so far in the last 20 laps. Damaged cars all around, so everybody fits in. Nobody is not damaged. Green flag is back in the air. We will have 7 laps to go here.
Yeah, with there only being 14 cars in this lead pack, I feel like there should be no possible way we were not able to make it a full lap around here.
You're gonna jinx it.
As Andrew Teff leading the charge on the outside, and that 98 machine being pushed by Ryan Warp in the 45. It looks like the 56 is going to be sending it 3 wide here. I believe that is the 05 possibly going with them. So it's going to be Audrey Thompson and Josh McCollum. And the 05 decided to back out up. Let's 56 possibly come down in front of him. Nope.
15 of Kinsley Smith somehow made his way back into the pack, and that 84 has a black flag that looks like will not be clear, so we'll have to come down pit road here. Serve it.
You know, if we keep having wrecks, we might end up with a Ricky Bobby style race. Only 2 cars left on the track.
That'd be kind of weird to see. I don't know who'd win that.
Jean Girard.
That would be a very interesting race, and if they don't wreck and flip coming down the front stretch on the last lap, I will be very disappointed.
Nelly got shot out there a little bit.
Oh! Look at that 05 and 56 making that outside line absolutely work just with 2 cars at the moment. Looks like Sean Dunaway trying to get a little bit of draft to get caught up to him. Andrew Ted's going to hop up there as well with Ryan Warp to that outside right in front of Sean Dunaway.
Cannon's going to go up there. Smith is not going to get enough help from the 20 behind. That will get the 44 of Cannon to the lead. Joshua McColl's going to follow down with him.
Only about 13 cars in this pack right now, as the one had to go down to serve a black flag.
They're coming 2-4 to go, too, so you're the 20 and the 23. Even the 56, when do you plan your move? Andrew's got some heavy front-end damage, so I don't think he'll be able to lead that outside line up there on his own. He'll need some help.
Yeah, he really needs to let Ryan Warp get ahead of him here, honestly, with the front-end damage he's got. He kind of needs to be in the middle between Sean Dunaway and Ryan Warp. Looks like Kingsley Smith's going to hop up there, so that'll help them out a little bit.
Yep, he's got no help behind, though. That's his issue. He needs to get some help behind him. If he gets that, then he should be fine.
Say Cody Bonella jumped up there right there behind him.
Yeah,
You're going to need more than just them two.
Well. Ryan Warp finally getting attached to him here. 56 hopping up there in front of Kinsley Smith. I'm imagining Sean Dunaway and possibly Andrew Ted's going to hop up there to the outside as well. But they could just be waiting, as I believe we were crossing the line for 3 laps to go this time. So we might actually hit under on this vote here.
56 still getting a shove from that 15 up high. Pretty good run, too. Getting decent shove all throughout. A little bit of wiggle there. Able to keep it up under McAuliffe. And
the
there
44.
goes the 44. He's going to save it, though. We're going to stay green. McAuliffe.
Nope. He's going around on the apron into the wall, I believe.
No, he kept it out of the wall. But he's coming back up onto the track here. Gonna keep it saved.
We'll put Aubrey Thompson back to the lead of 23 of Austin Smith down there right now. Coming to 2 to go. White flag, and then the next flag ends it after this lap, and the next flag is the white flag, and then, of course, whatever happens, happens after that is what I meant to say.
So going back and looking at that incident, it looked like the 05 got a shot from the 23. It sent him up the track a little bit. 44 tried to come up and block him and got into him, put him into the wall. It sends the 44 down onto the apron, and just not what you want to see there.
56 is trying to hold off this 23. That 20 can get free of that 15 on his outside. He might have a shot to go and win it. He's clear now, so if he's going to make a move, he needs to go up. I'd almost go up if I was at 20. 23's got heavy damage. If you get a big run, take it. See if the 15 will go with you. Or you can back up to the car behind you. It's just what do you want to do? You've got so many options here.
As we are on the white flag here, so there should be no more cautions. Looks like 56 has got the race in the bag at the moment, so unless someone can get something going on the outside, Kingsley Smith trying everything, but not really having any help from that 19 machine to push him at the moment. Looks like 20 is going to come up in front of the 15. Someone else moving up as well, that 23.
They're going to hang this 56 out to dry. They're going to make a move. That 56 is doing a good job blocking, though. Didn't throw an aggressive block.
That's going to allow for the 15 to get around the 20. Kinsley Smith up the third.
Oh, they're going to set him up here. Actually, I don't know. Kinsley, if he can get clear, that 56 wins. That's going to be because of that block that he threw. He threw an absolutely perfect block.
Oh,
one more move. One more move down to the line. He's spun across, and he'll finish.
23 wrecks the 56 for the win.
Now, if they go back and review that, I think Kinsley Smith might have just finished second there, so Kinsley might end up winning. But it's going to depend on what they decide with that 23.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to have to wait for the official word from race control as to what this finishing order is going to be.
I don't know. I feel like that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I chalked that up to a racing incident. It kind of looks like 23 was trying to go to the inside, and the 56 trying to come down the block, and just unfortunately spins the 56 around there.
Well, he's trying to block high and low. He's trying to fake him out. Like the way he's moving his wheel, he doesn't want him to go. Yeah, he. Gotta look cockpit here. I don't know how this finishing order is going to go. He tries to fake it.
Well, as of right now, your top 5 order is Austin Smith, Kinsley Smith, Corey Crowell, Aubrey Thompson, and Richard Elliott. But after, we will have to wait for race review to be 100% sure. But how do y'all feel about going and taking a pretty good look at the last couple laps, maybe we can speed through it?
I don't know. I'm trying to listen to this 23's pedal right now. I mean, he lifts and he gets back in. 56 is throwing a block there. That's the thing. He threw 2, and I don't know what to do. Go from the white flag on here. This is the white flag. This is the last lap.
Yeah, I want to see what happens between the 05, I believe, and or was that the lap before? I think that was the lap before.
Yeah, the lap before. But this 56, he throws a really good block down the backstretch here. He doesn't, like, he tried this. This is what he tried to start finish time, and it didn't work. You can watch. He throws a good one here. Throws a good one here. This is where he throws his best one, if I had to guess. Right here is where he does it. He fakes him out and is able to just stay right in front of him. Doesn't cut him off. Doesn't do anything like that. And then they get back into the wall coming to the start-finish line. They wreck behind him. And that 56, he tries to fake, I feel like, one too many times.
I mean, honestly, I can't put that on the 23 there that it's his fault. I mean, that's kind of a racing incident. He's trying to block 23, just happened to have a little bit of his nose in there. And I mean, that's part of racing.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what finishes.
I mean, even if he did let the 23 to get to his inside, I think he still would have crossed the line before the 23. So,
Yeah, he
I
would
mean,
have.
necessarily, he really didn't need to block there.
Yes.
But, I do want to point out what a job from Kinsley Smith going completely sideways and able to save that thing to bring it home, I believe, P2.
Wait here.
Let's go see if we got anything from race control here. Well, buddy, I mean, we do got the top 3 in the booth. So you want to go ahead and try to do interviews right quick?
I guess might as well bring in Corey here. Hey Corey, this is Bryson Dakota in the booth. Got a copy, man?
How you guys doing?
And so been racing since, or y'all been racing since 7 o'clock. It's 10:35 now. It's got caution filled there towards the end, but what was going through your head that last lap? Because that was interesting lap there, especially coming to the start finish line.
Yeah, I don't know if I took a breath at all or blinked an eye. It was chaos. There was at one point, Kinsley's car I could see coming through my car, coming to the tri-oval. Yeah, so P3, man, that's awesome.
And, so how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you qualified 13th. You were kind of middle pack most of the time, it seemed like. And then, towards the end, you found your way up towards the front.
Yeah, my teammates kept saying, you're that lucky horseshoe you got, because it seemed like every incident was directly behind me or right in front of me, and I was able to escape through it. But yeah, started 13th, and then I don't know, it seemed like I was just all the way in the back just from all the checkups on the outside. And then once we got back up to the front, we were able to manage it. The checkups weren't as bad. But yeah, I don't know. It was a long race for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was a long race. So how were drivers from your point of view? Do you think that there was just too much shoving? Especially early on, I felt like they were really aggressive when they just didn't need to be.
No, I think from my point of view, it was fine. There was a couple spots where, I was running, and I got, lap cars that, are 10 laps down, that are right up front with us. But it's like, again, I don't expect them to just go to the back. I mean, they paid to race too. So, but they were clean about it, the Dega pros, they're aggressive, but I mean, they know how to do it. So, I mean, I didn't see anything crazy, but I mean, that last lap was crazy. But other than that, no, I think everything's fine.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to shout out? Any sponsors you want to thank that may have been watching the stream?
Yeah, I want to thank Shenko Custom Diecast and Designs and everything that he does for me. Everybody over at Mars, Mid-Atlantic Race Series, appreciate all of them. That's my teammates. Appreciate you guys for the broadcast, Andrew for putting on this event, and just everybody watching, and then everybody that participated.
All right, man. Well, I'll
Yeah,
let
before
you
we
go.
let you go, sorry. Kinsley Smith getting really loose, getting into you, coming to the chair, coming right there to the checker. Did you think you were going to lose it there? Because y'all did a hell of a job saving that.
Oh yeah, there was no lift. I mean, as soon as I seen his car actually come through mine, I was like, "Well, this isn't good." But I mean, I'm going for it, right? So, luckily, we were both able to straighten it out, and we were both able to get top 3. So congratulations again to Austin for the win, and then Kinsley for second. I mean, Kinsley was 3 laps down at one point during the race, so for him to come back and get third was great. But yeah, I mean, really, I shouldn't have been in the race. I actually missed the LCQ. I was 11th, but there was a DQ, so I was able to go into it. So, hey, I'll take it.
Hey man, I'm sorry, I just had to get that question in because I mean, that looked like a Code Brown moment if I've ever seen one. I don't know if you got to extra change the pins in your car or what, but you definitely gonna need it after that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, sorry about that. Go ahead,
You're
bro.
good.
That was Corey Crowell. We'll go with the second place
All
driver
right,
in
boys.
Kinsley Smith.
Well, yeah, I was just going to come back in and say race control has confirmed the top 3 are official.
All right, thank you for that.
10-4.
Hey, Kinsley, this is Bryson Dakota in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you somehow come home second. Where in the world did you come from?
I came from literal hell. The whole first half of that race was just hectic for me. I think it was like the first or second caution. I got knocked 2 or 3 laps down, like right off the bat. So I was like just fighting the whole way, the rest of the way, trying to get damage repaired. Ended up just using my fast repair and somehow made it back to the lead lap. I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know how in the world you got up to where you did, but what was going through your head that final lap, especially coming off of 3 and 4, seeing that those guys were wrecking and going everywhere on each other.
I mean, I was in the high line, leading the high line. I knew at some point I could see Corey um, over the course of the last 3 laps after the restart, and I got to the high line. I could see Corey like moving up as I kept getting closer and closer to the front, like he was gauging on when I would be there, and so I knew he was going to end up coming up at one point, and I knew Austin was going to follow him. So I just figured I'd stay behind them and just give as much push as I could, and hopefully get myself clear of the bottom line as well, and get to at least third place. So at that point, after the race that I've had, like that's what I was gauging for, is at least get in the money, and I ended up doing that. Cody Benelli got up behind me and was able to give me some good pushes and get me up there.
Well, man, I'll keep it short because y'all have been racing for 3.5 hours. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Of course, you guys in the booth, and all the guys that have been in the booth all day long. Without you guys, this would not have happened. You guys do an amazing job, each and every one of you that were here today, and rewatching these. I already rewatched Heat 2, so that was a fun one to rewatch. And then this one here, probably gonna go rewatch with the family, with the wife and daughter. Um, and then of course Andrew. Absolutely, without him, none of this would happen. So it's like he does a phenomenal job putting these things on, making the rule sets, making sure the rules are being followed and everything. So appreciate him so much for doing this. And then of course my wife and daughter, like you just said, sitting here for 3 hours. That takes a lot of time away from them. So without them allowing me to do this, then I would not be here doing this.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thank you.
Kinsley Smith, the second place driver. We'll bring in the race winner in Austin Smith. If I can, there he is. Hey, Austin, this is Bryson Dakota in the booth. Got a copy, man?
I got a copy. How's it going?
Man, so what was going through your head that final lap, especially with that 56 throwing that block, getting into 3 and 4? What was going through your mind in coming out of 4, because you almost wrecked before then?
Yeah, man. I don't even know what was going through my brain. All I knew is I had Corey behind me, and I was just yelling at him. I was saying, dude, you got to keep pushing, push. And then it looked like the 56 had kind of left the door open just a little bit on the bottom, so I tried to stick my nose in there, and man, holy cow! I don't know how that happened. I had to go through the LCQ to get here.
Yeah, so you were not. I mean, you were not up front most of the race. You're kind of like middle pack. So how did you start working your way up towards the front, or was it just kind of just a fight of survival?
Yeah, kind of just a fight of survival. It's an endurance race, so just trying to be patient, trying to just do what I can. I think at one point on like lap 112 or something like that, I was completely meatballed and had to use my fast repair and had to work my way back up. And it really helped to have Corey, my teammate, with me, just talking to each other through different scenarios and just helping each other. And holy cow, yeah, I can't thank him enough. So yeah, great race.
Man, well, I'm going to keep it short before I let you go. Is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I just need to shout out to Andrew for putting all this stuff on. If he doesn't organize the stuff and handle everything, it just doesn't happen. It's so much fun. So thank him. I need to thank my teammate. Both of them. Corey and Brandon. They were with me and kind of talking and just helping me through it. So always thank them. And yeah, thank you guys for putting on a great broadcast and sticking in there all day through the heat races, LCQ, and the feature.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming home with the win tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's Austin Smith, the race winner. Oh, only go over the top 5. Austin Smith with the win. Kinsley Smith second. Third, Corey Crowell. Fifth, Aubrey Thompson fifth. Or fourth, Aubrey Thompson fifth. Richard Elliott sixth. Robert Mitchell seventh. Andrew Teth eighth. Danny Jackson ninth. Sean Dunaway and 10th was Ryan Warp. What did you guys think of the race, though? I mean, it seems like it was aggressive all throughout. Maybe a little bit too aggressive from my perspective.
I mean, I will say it was a little aggressive early, but I mean, we kind of expect that. It's money racing. It's a typical type of racing. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I mean, that's just part of the thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to show up to the next one. I mean, I just gonna be blunt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was it was aggressive there early on, and then things kind of calmed down, and then we saw that aggression pick up again at the end, and there's already stuff going off in the Discord, a little saltiness, but that's kind of what happens when you come out big money racing sometimes, and I'm guarantee you, we throw up a race like this here again, guys will show back up either way. So I had fun all day long here with you, Dakota, and Bryce for
Yes,
this
sir.
race, and Mike Pryor. It's been a lot of fun, and man, look forward to doing this again. Congrats to the top 3 there on a hard fought top 3 for Austin John Smith, Kinsley Smith, and Corey Crowell. Great job by them guys making it to the end of this thing, and man, looking forward to the next one.
Well, I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer, so I will let you all go.